Yo, what's up, Frog Warrior? Yeah, man, just we're gonna start at 6 with this tutorial. Can you let me know if you like hear me good, real quick? This mic is kind of sus, so for anyone to have the stream open, I appreciate that. All right, it's pretty good. All right, word. Yeah, once it hits 6, we're gonna just go straight into it. Maybe bump it up a bit. All right, let me fix this. All right, how do I sound now? All right, it's good. All right, cool. Appreciate it. Yo, what's up, Milicito? Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna start this in about 1 minute. Just making sure I have all my notes and whatnot. Actually, let me go into training mode real quick. Oh, it's Didac. What's up, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Oh shit, who should I use as the dummy? I'm just gonna use High because fuck High, to be honest. I'm gonna go in training room. Actually, I like Park more, to be honest. And I'm gonna use... I might as well use Phonon theme. Just make sure I have all my shit ready. Actually, let me do this so I can pull up the chat real quick, because I really don't want to like keep fluctuating from my phone. Oh, there we go. It's 1 a.m. here in Spain, but I'll stay tuned for a little bit, bro. I appreciate that, bro. But all right, let's get it. Let's just get started real quick. So this is the Phonon tutorial. The main reason I'm doing this shit is for max CPM. No, I'm fucking playing. But you know, a lot of people have been playing this character recently. You know, you see her a lot. You see her like all over in pools. You see her in top 8s, top 48s, top 16s, wherever. She's a really good character. She's really good to pick up if you're just learning the game. Like a lot of like players from other games, for example, like Punk, play this character because she's very straightforward and she helps you learn this game, I feel like, more effectively than the rest of the cast. She really helps you play Uni a lot. Yeah, max CPM, bro. Yeah, but she helps you learn the game a lot. She's really strong too. She's considered a top 5 character. She's heavily considered the weakest of the top 5 though. She's usually grouped with like Eldenham and Merkava in terms of strength, but a lot of people put Phonon just higher because ease of use, I feel, and a lot of like factors that make her more consistent than Merkava and Eldenham, I feel. But let's just go over like what her archetype is. She's like, it's weird to describe her because like she's supposed to be a zoner. Like, you know, she has like stuff like this, you know, projectile. She has like moves like 3C and all that, but the more you play her, the more you realize that she's more of like a mid-range space control type character. Man, we're gonna get to that later when we get to like combo theory and stuff. But Yeah, she's basically a mid-range monster. Like around 2C and like 2B range and like 5B range are like where she dominates at. And 4B also. She really doesn't have like an actual full screen move like Rakava 214. 3C is pretty long, it's basically full screen, but besides that, she's like mid-range. You could play her like a zoner, like you could just play really lame. This is how Boogie plays her. If you watch him, if you watch his Phonon, he plays zoner Phonon basically. Is doing like stuff like this all day, staying in the air, all that type of stuff. You can also play her rush down. That's usually how I try to play her. If you see me play her, like I really tend to go in with her. Honestly, you could play her anyway, and she will still like she'll still do the job, honestly, because her offense is really good. The only problem is on defense is where she really struggles, because she doesn't have a metered reverse. Oh, she doesn't have a meterless DP. Her only metered options are this and IW and IWEX, obviously. Whoops. Fuck, I can't do it. But yeah, IWEX are like her only meterless or metered reversal options. That's why it's really important for her to win Vorpal, because it gets her a lot out of situations that where she would like you don't want to be on defense with this character basically, because it's a tough time. But she does have ways to take her turn back, specifically 2A. I'll go over this button in detail later, but you're gonna you're gonna be using this button to challenge on defense a lot, basically. What else? So she's, like I said earlier, she's really, yes, bro, that's a stanky leg, bro. She's really easy and straightforward. To be honest, you could pick up this character, and once you learn routing and stuff, and some intermediate level offense and all that stuff, you could do pretty well with this character. Well to the point enough to where you could do pretty good in your pool, maybe make it to losers finals, maybe make it out. But when you play this character, and this is coming from experience, when you get to a certain level, you're gonna alright, so when you get at a higher level for this game, you're gonna realize that it's harder to play this character, because a lot of people in mid-level tend to be antsy on defense, and Phonon is a character that kills you for it, because she basically shits out damage. Her damage is actually really, really high and really consistent in the mid screen and the corner. But at high level, people are more willing to block and take their time to win Vorpal and all that. So playing Phonon can be harder, but don't be confused. She's still really good. She's still a neutral monster. She'll still fuck you up for making mistakes and all that. So I'm gonna talk about her Vorpal trait real quick. Her Vorpal trait isn't really anything too crazy like Seth. Her Vorpal trait obviously besides the obvious Vorpal buffs, she gets access to guard thrust that doesn't have to use meter, and it doesn't grid break you. But her so it affects her Vorpal trait affects her force function. So her force function is her anti-air, and it's honestly non-Vorpal. It's pretty slow. It's 17 frames, but in Vorpal let me turn Vorpal off real quick. It's 17 frames non-Vorpal and 13 frames in Vorpal. So hold on, yeah. All right, so you could tell how slow that shit is non-Vorpal, and plus the invincibility starts up on frame 10 in non-Vorpal, but in Vorpal, look how fast that is. It's 13 frames in Vorpal, and head invul starts at frame 7. So this I'll go more into it in detail later, but this normal, In non-vorpal, it'll get stuffed out by a lot of things. Like, let's say I go for like force function OS, which I'll talk about later. Let's say I talk about force function OS. Alright, let's say I do force function OS and they do assault. Sometimes non-vorpal force function will get stuffed, which kind of sucks because you made the right read defensively, but like you still lose. It's pretty fucked up. But non-vorpal or vorpal, this shit is the god. Like when you have vorpal, you're gonna be using this move a lot. But that's basically it. I feel like I gave y'all the gist of like what kind of character this is. But I'm gonna talk about her normals now. So we're gonna start off with her 5A. This move is 6 frames. I feel like compared to like the rest of her toolkit, this move is extremely underrated. Like this move is basically boneless Byakuya 5A. Like the range isn't as good, but it's really fast. Like look at this. Like that's pretty fucking far. And it's a really good starter too. It's really good because you could do stuff like 8A, block string, like that. You could delay it. You could go for like TRM setups, you know, stuff like that. It's really good. It's also good in situations against characters like Akatsuki where like they do a mid-screen combo and you back tech and they try to like they try to keep pressure. You just like mash that 5A and they'll tag them. It's super good. I'm starting out, you won't be really using this button a lot because I feel like at higher levels you see this button used a lot more. But this button is it's actually really good. It's actually crazy. Like use this button. Like it's basically boneless Byakuya 5A. Like if you want to be like Clear Lamp, with the whip, use this button. It's hella good. So now we're gonna go over her 5B. It's 10 frames. It's a little bit shorter than 2C, but it's really good. It's only -5, so you could do like 5B into nothing and like you're safe still, right? You do 5B, then like dash up throw if they're like respecting you. It's really good. It's a really good starter too. Let me turn off blocking. So this move, so usually B normals they prorate harder than like C normals, obviously, but 5B is basically a C normal, to be honest. It does because just for comparison, see that doesn't work off 2B, but 5BB, which I'll talk about later. Fuck, I dropped it. Hold up. No combos. Like that did 3.5. 3.5 off of 5B is pretty crazy. And that's a C normal route right there. And you could do that off 5BB, which is pretty strong, right? That is really good. But yeah, it's -5, so she's relatively safe during that. And let me talk about her 5BB. Let me set him back to blocking real quick. Alright, so 5BB, the follow-up is also -5. You see a lot of things you tend to see when Phonon players are on offenses. They do a lot of buttons into nothing because a lot of her buttons are really safe. Like their frame advantage it's minus still, but it's not minus to where like you can eat like a full punish off this shit. Only a few characters could punish this shit on shield, but most likely they're gonna keep doing a block stream, like stuff like that. But it's -5, so you could just do nothing and like back up, see what they do. Then, you know, if they keep blocking, keep starting pressure and whatnot. But yeah, 5BB, really good starter, and it's also an anti-air too. Let me do this real quick. So like if someone's in the air or some shit, 5BB will tag them in the air. It's air unblockable also. And it's also used as like combo filler also. So let me just... That combo's hard as fuck, by the way, but... See, it's also used as combo filler. So this move has a lot of utility. It's really good. But now I'm gonna go over her 5C. So this button is really, really, really good. It's her best starter, and it's only -2. And it kind of pulls you in. You see how Hyde gets pulled in on the second hit. So you could do it's -2, so you're really safe, like at max range. Like they really can't do nothing. And there's a pretty good stagger window off it too. Like I'm trying to like see how like long that stagger window is off 5C. Also, you could do stuff like, hold on, I fucked up. Because in case they try to press a button, like you can just delay it right there. Or if they're respecting you on defense, hold on, I fucked up. Like 5C and nothing is really good. It's also a good like TRM setup also. Just know like if you do that, they could just mash, right? So like if you do ping this character, use this normal a lot. You're gonna be using this normal like crazy in block strings and for max damage good. I'm gonna go over her 5C now. It's still 12 frames because of the first hit, but on 5C, it's still -2 by the way, which is like kind of crazy. And when you do IC 5C, when you do IC 5C, the vacuum effect on the second hit is larger, and it pulls you in from a farther distance. So just for comparison, regular 5C, look how far that pulls you in, right? And you can go for like that. That's another TRM setup also. And if they try to, let's say they try to mash or some shit, right? Let me set them to do like 2A. Yeah, so if they like try to mash or some shit, like they're pressing buttons for some reason, frame trap. Hold up, I fucked up. Like you get like a full confirm off that on counter hit. So besides that, 5C, like it's really good, but when someone like from experience, when someone does IC 5C, you kind of know they're going to throw. You kind of know they're going to like go for a throw or something like that. So it's pretty predictable. So a lot of people just mash on this, and you can still go for staggers and stuff, but the majority of the time they're gonna go for throw after IC 5C. To be honest, though, like on the real. So now I'm gonna go over her 2A. So this is probably the best 2A in the game. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, the range on this is, look at this shit. You see this? It's 5 frames. It's 5 frames. The range is so good that some characters, when they do like 2A staggers, what happened to Gord, bro? I mean, I still play him, man. But Gord isn't esports enough, bro. What you want me to do? You want me to struggle or win? Like, shit, bro. In tournament, bro, we gotta throw all the we gotta throw all the. I don't know that I can't think of a term for it, but like in tournament, bro, we gotta play the esports characters, bro. It's a new age, bro. All right, but if you aren't playing a top tier, bro, you're fucking up. No, I'm playing. But so a lot of characters, with like let's say Akatsuki, right? So his 2A is kind of stubby, so like he has to still be in your face, right? But when she does 2A staggers, like look at that, she's still very far. And most A normals, that like are like 5 or 6 frames are pretty short, and longer A normals like Hyde 5A or 5A would still get like stuffed by this. Like look at the range. Her 2A should be 5 frames. Shit, I'm gonna show you why it should be 5 frames. So, as good as this 2A, y'all might think I'm downplaying this, but like, this is legit facts. This 2A is -4 on block, right? And Batista's flash kick is 4 frames. So check this out, right? I'm gonna set her reversal action to flash kick. Bro, exactly, Arya, she needs it. That's a punish. That's legit a punish. Alright, so not right there. Punish right there. That's a legit a punish. So, like against characters with 4-frame DPs or like 4-frame like reversals, and they do 2A, you should be mashing a reversal. That's a legit punish right there. Like most A normals are not that minus. So, see that's a true frame trap. So if you go for like delays and shit, I'm gonna do the same with Eldenham because her DP's 4 frames also, just for like sake of reference. But as good as his 2A is, the frame advantage is not that good. So hold up, fuck, I didn't put it. I didn't equip the reversal real quick. Where is it at? Our reversal action. BDP. Okay, wait, her shit is too slow. I'm tripping. Haha. But yeah, Vat's flash kick is 4 frames. So against like characters with 4-frame reversals, like that shit is a punish, right? I mean, it's still the best way in the game though. Like, don't get me wrong, this shit is fucking broke. Like, and another thing is, it's so easy to hit confirm this. Like, you literally have the stagger window on is so long. Look at this. Look how long that is, right? I'm obviously the gap is pretty huge. Like when you go for like this frame trap, you have to do it instantly. But like look how big like that gap, or look how big that stagger is, right? Let me turn blocking off. It's super easy to hit confirm this also. Hold on, I fucked up. Look at that. Whoops. Like you have on hit, you have so much time to like confirm this. Like look at that. Like it's really good on hit also. And like a lot of A normals, you go for like TRM setups also. Like go for stuff like that. But yeah, 2A is godlike. Abuse that normal to like the fullest of your ability. Like you will be mashing this shit a lot. I promise you. Like this button is shit, it's cheap, bro. Like that's all I can say, right? It is hella cheap. So now we're gonna go with her 2B. We're gonna talk about that. 2B is 9 frames, right? So it's 9 frames, and for a B normal, it's slower. It's still really fast. Given what's up, Devon? How you doing? Yeah, but Carmine players are crying right now. It's 9 frames. It's -5 on block, so it's pretty. No, it's you're still safe at this range. It's really good. I mean, for a B normal, 9 frames is pretty slow still, or it's slower than most. But for like the range, it's basically a mini 2C. It's a pretty good starter also. You're gonna get like 3.3 off of optimal routing off 2B. It's really good to take your turn also. Where when you're at ranges where like 2C challenge is too slow, 2B Abari is really good. Like you like personally, I use this button to take my turn back more than 2C. It's like this button is really good. Like it's also like you could do the same thing with 5B. You could do like 2B into nothing and like dash up. Because a lot of people are gonna respect Phonon on defense anyways. So that's basically all for her 2B. Like besides that, there's really like nothing like crazy about it. It's just a solid it's just a solid mid-range move you can use to like get your turn back. Really fast given the range. But besides that, let's move on to her 2C. So 2C is probably one of the best C normals in the game. For like how much range this has, it's 11 frames, so it's pretty quick. The stagger window on it is crazy also. Like it's really long. Like look at that. And you can just reverse beat it. So you'll be -3 because the move by itself is -7. But this is one of like when you watch Phonons, you're gonna see this move a lot. it's really good with punish tool. So let's say like Oreo players, they do like thrust round start or something like that. Walk back 2C will beat it every time. It's also really good at like catching like assault startup also, and people, because a lot of people try to assault over Phonon stuff, but if 2C's already out before like the assault happens, it's gonna catch them every time. It's a really good starter also. You cancel, the cancel window is pretty generous also. What else? But a lot of like many normals that are like this long and are low, they still lose to like assaults and people jumping over. Also, if she whiffs this button, look how much recovery that has. If she whiffs this button, she's gonna die basically. What else? But besides that, this button is the god. Like, use this button. This is the button. This is one of the buttons you're gonna use a lot. Period. You see this in tournament, you're gonna be using this button all the time. So now we're gonna go over her command normals. We're gonna start off with her dash normals. So we're gonna start off with my favorite normal, 6-6B. So regular 6-6B is, the first hit is 14 frames. It's only -9, but you could cancel. Like, you could cancel into like specials, so like keep yourself safe. But another thing though to take note is, if you shield the second hit of 6-6B, she's gonna die. Like, notice how I'm trying to cancel into fireball, but I can't. So if you shield this move, it's a free punish. It's still really good though. What's really good about this move though is the first hit. Whoops. Like, if you watch, like, I personally do stuff like this a lot. Because it's a pretty safe way to, because when you do this, there's a gap. So let me pick like Wagner or something, character with like a 5-frame 5A. So let me just pick Wagner real quick, because this is good, as this is. That still has a gap. So let me do. See, look at that. I mean, it's real, but this isn't really. You have, if you want frame advantage, you have to delay the fireball. Because I'll get to talking about the special, but like that's super minus. So you have to delay it to get plus frames. And if you have a 5-frame normal, you're gonna beat that every time. There'll be times where it'll trade though. If you're like too late with the 5A interrupt. But against players, or you could just DP that shit. Honestly, you could just like DP through that shit. What's up, Vespero? How you doing? You could just DP through that gap, to be honest. But like I was saying though, because this, against players who like know how to punish that gap, stuff like this will like crush. Mid twirl. Bro, that JJ emote is like too powerful, bro. What's up, Fendo? But you could do stuff like this, because the first hit is cancelable also. You keep yourself safe and all that. It's a really good starter too, and it has. The thing about this move is it has weird invulnerability like properties. So 6-6B, it's low invul from frames 9 to 13, so it'll low crush a lot of stuff. And it's also an anti-air, because it has 28. It has head invul from frames 28 to 35. It's really good for like catching up back. Let me just do this real quick. I'm gonna put shield on so like y'all know it's air unblockable also. So you get a full confirm off anti-air. I fucked up the ender, but yeah, y'all basically see what's up. But it's really good. It's you have a lot of options on block. It's really high committal though if you go for the second hit, because if you shield it, yeah, star, it's an anti-air, bro. A lot of people don't know it's an anti-air. It's like in situations where it anti-airs though, it's pretty rare. But you'll see it a lot against like people that like to up back or some shit. Like for example, JJ, when he played Breaker Dave at Climax, right? He would meaty with yeah, she had a lot of moves. She has her anti-airs basically like on the real. But a lot of her moves are basically anti-airs. But for example, 66B like meaty, like JJ was doing that shit to Breaker Dave at Climax, and not only is that an actual meaty, but it'll cover backdash also. Yeah, that Fendo basically put it the best. She has no anti-airs, no all anti-airs. Because her anti-airs are all like situational. Besides like her force function, and even then. But 66B will like anti-air if like he tries to do like dive kick or some shit. You know Merkaba players don't block. What's up, Venice? How you doing, man? You know Merkaba players don't block, bro. And it'll also cover backdash too. So now we're gonna talk about IC66B. So this is my favorite normal. If you watch me, you probably know I'm notorious for doing this shit on Wake Up. Notice how it's one hit though, because it's 30 frames, but it's an overhead. This is like her quote-unquote mix-up tool. It's not really a mix, because this shit is like hella reactable. What's up, Children? How you doing, man? This shit is like mad reactable, bro. Honestly, you can react to this shit on netplay too, like if we're keeping it a buck. But it's 30 frames, it's an overhead. Like just like regular 66B, if you shield this, right? Well, yeah, if you shield this, she's dead. Wait, hold on, let me do regular shield. Shield this, I'm dead. Right? And the thing is, it's also easy to like deal with this on block, because because it's 2 hits, so like, and the second hit is pretty slow. Like, since you know it's a 2-hit move, you can just block high every time on defense. But the cool thing about IC66B though on block is you could cancel, unlike 66B, you could cancel this into air normals, right? So like you could do like shit like that, right? Like you could do, I mean that's all fake though, but like that's just like some concepts right there. You could cancel into like air normals on block when you do IC66B, and you can still cancel into air specials also. Like a typical block string you'll see is this, or stuff like this. But it's also a really good starter too. So just for example, I mean all of her starters are really good, to be honest. Like that shit did 3.6 non-vorpal with basically 4K with vorpal. Like it's, your Twitch is mad behind, bro. It's okay, bro. Yeah, bro. It's, oh yeah, another thing. Thanks, Alu, for reminding me. It's so this move also has low invincibility frames from frame 9 to 13, just like regular 66B. But since, wait, all right, hold up. Alright, so I kind of made a mistake. So 66B, the head and bull is from frames 20 to 27. On IC66B, the head and bull is frames 28 to 35. It's still an anti-air though. So let me do this real quick. It's really hard to confirm though. Whoops. So you can do shit like that. It's an anti-air, you know. It's kind of a meme though, to be honest, like in retrospect, because I mean you could do like shit like this. Like this is what I do. You could like throw this shit though. Like this move is basically a meme. It has utility, but you're not gonna be using this. Like you're basically gonna use this move to like give them a, what's the term for it? Like to keep them, like, make sure, like, you know, they're on their toes on defense and all that stuff. Like, you have to give them another look, basically. That's what this move is for. So now we're gonna talk about her 6-6C. It's the hitbox on this is pretty massive, by the way. Like vertical, it's pretty big vertical. But this combo is mainly, or this move 6-6C is mainly combo filler. You could cancel into a special on block though. So you could do like this, keep her safe. A lot of what else, like, you could use this as a frame trap though. Like something LTP does a lot. If you watch him, he'll do like 2C, and if they press a button, this will like frame trap him, right? I don't know if this will work with WAG 5B or not. Let me check. Whoops, hold up. Whatever. But this shit can frame trap though, honestly. Like stuff like this, you do like this for a frame trap, because it'll whiff punish them, and you get like a full conversion, stuff like that. I don't use it personally. I just keep it to combo filler. I feel like it's just like the only like utility for it, because you have. What's up, Red Blade? How you doing, bro? But like 6-6C, like you're basically, it's mainly combo filler. Like you can like give him like another look, like on defense, you know, cancel it, stuff like that. But it's mainly combo filler. So now we're gonna move on to her 4B. This move, all right. So this might be a hot take, but I think this move it's really good, but it's overrated. And I'll explain why it's overrated. But this is also anti-air. It's her anti-assault button. So when you see Phonons on offense, oh yeah, I forgot to mention 5BB is also anti-assault also. But this move is anti-assault button. The cancel window on this is absurd. Like, look at that. Like that. Like, you can cancel it. Like, the cancel windows on that shit is like insane. But really good, 15 frames. You can just do this block string all day, unless like, you know, you're like Wagner, you can do like 6-6C or like 2-3-6A challenge. Yeah, the move is it's long, right? But here's the thing: if I whiff this, I die, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you an example of like, so basically, like, if you just do up forward, the move, and like the move's gonna whiff, because the move is only from what I remember, the move only has 2 active frames. So like, if this move doesn't hit, like if this move isn't blocked or you get the hit, like, you're basically fucked. So so let me turn this on. Whoops, I fucked it up. It's pretty hard to do though, but I'm gonna get it. Whoops. Fuck, it's hard to do. It's pretty hard to do, but maybe you have to delay the jump. Oh, I can't do it on block. But all right, it's hard to replicate it, but like, but you see it, like, you could just jump over like 4B. It's hard to do in like training mode, but like I could post a clip on Twitter of like it happening. It happens a lot. You could just like jump over and like punish her for it. Also, like on whiff, if you whiff it, let's say like I'm hide or some shit. So, or yeah, is a better example, or like Batista. So like if I whip this shit and like they have like a full screen like IWEX, like they could just punish this like on whip. It's really good, but this is probably like one of her most committal buttons. Like I whip this shit a lot, which is like kind of like a bad like player habit for me personally. I whip this button like crazy. So like don't whip this. Like make sure like this button is godlike when like they're blocking it or when you get the hit. Especially when you get the hit, because it's a pretty good starter. And it has a lot of hit stun, so I go for shit like this. Whoops. Like, I still could get a, yeah, basically, whiffing Phonon 4B is like whiffing 4 or 5C. That's basically like, that's a good comparison. Yeah, except a little better because Gord is ass, bro. He's not that bad. He sucks, but he's like not like bottom 5, like, I think, personally. But yeah, like on hit, I fucked up the combo, but on hit, it has a lot of hit. Like, look at this shit. You see this? Like, it has enough hit stun for you to like whiff 2A and still get like a confirm off it. That's basically it though. It's really good like space control normal. The stagger window on it is insane. But like just don't whiff the button though, because you'll basically die. So now we're gonna talk about. So we're gonna talk about. This is probably her worst normal. All right, this is like legit. This is like the scrub killer normal, right? So we're gonna talk about her 3C. So her 3C. If you're a beginner. Yeah, like this is like everyone memes about this button. So it has utility though in certain matches, so I would not lie. And it's okay to use this button, but like when you first pick up this character, you probably thought to yourself, "Damn, this move is godlike. Like they can't do shit about this." And I guess that's true because a lot of bro, it's literally like the most overrated button. It's crazy. A lot of people, like beginners, they'll like just do like shit like this. Like, oh bro, let me mash 3C, bro. They can't do shit about it. So, one thing though that's good about 3C is the cancel window on it is pretty huge. It's still prone to getting assaulted. You know, if it whiffs, you can whiff punish this shit too. Which is like funny to me. Like I remember I was playing It's Big Black, and let me see if I can recreate this. Done recording. 3C. Alright. I can't do it. Hold on. I'm gonna do it. It's hard to do, but like It's Big Black, he fucking whip punish that shit full screen. So you could just like assault over it for free also. And the thing is, when you do this normal, so her 3C is pretty negative on block. So like you have to commit into canceling it. And she could do like this to keep it like tight. This is like her most tight block string, or this right here. Because if they try to like assault or some shit, they'll get tagged by pillar. But it's -8 though, so your turn is, unless you have CS, like this is basically your turn. And if they like characters like Gord, like could punish this on shield. But and like if you do like some shit like this, you can just assault over this because there's like a lot of startup on like Icy Fireball. So this is like basically, in summary, this is basically the scrub killer normal. Like at beginner levels, you're probably gonna be shitting. You're gonna probably like kill everyone with this move, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, bro, I'm OD." But like, even at mid level, bro, like this move, it's good. All right, so it has utility though. Like against Gord, if they do like force function, 3C will like tag them, and it'll catch some people. It'll catch people out of their dash block too. Sometimes, so It's not it. It's not bad per se because it has its uses, but it's not as good as like the community memes the button to like make it out to be, you know. But don't be discouraged from using it though. Like it's good to like give him like you know, another look on defense. But besides that, like don't rely on this move, bro. Don't do it. Like because you're basically asking to get killed. If like you use that shit as a crutch, bro, don't do it. So now we're gonna go over her jumping normals. So we're gonna start off with her JA. Move is really quick. It's overhead. With Vorpal, Assault, JA, CS becomes a mix-up. It's pretty... Online, it's unblockable. Offline, your success rate is like higher than like it getting blocked, but it's definitely like some players can react to this offline. Like it's not impossible to block, especially if the Phonon player is being like too predictable on offense. Like you know that shit's gonna be coming, right? But overhead, you can go for stuff like this. No guard, crouching. Go for like things like that. You know, it's really good to harass them, just to keep them on their toes on defense. Go for like throw afterwards, stuff like that. But it's mainly like from assault, it's mainly for like that. In neutral though, you see Phonons, they'll like do this a lot. They'll just like whip JA because it will stall them. Look at that. So just like off like this is minus right here. Or like this. That's minus right there on block. But like when you do like JA, it kind of stalls her in the air. So like you could like do shit like make moves like plus on block. And like that's minus, but like a lot of players will use JA because it like stalls her in the air, so that allows her to like do a lot more specials and normals closer to the ground, and that allows her to like get more frame advantage on things. And like it's also like a timing for like safe jumps too. So in neutral, like a lot of people ask why people use that move, and that's basically why right there. Like to just stall her in the air, and also if they try to assault, JA will tag them out the air. So it's basically like an air to air also. So now we're gonna go over her JB. It's pretty good for like assault. It's like high JB. If you hit it deep enough, you get a full combo off it. It's really good air to air against characters like Merc and stuff like that. If they like try to do like assault, it's pretty quick too. Besides that, it also just looks like something so you can bait out stuff like Soul Card. Yeah, that too. Assault JB, like it's basically, you know, air to air, harassing them, all that type of stuff. So now we're gonna go over her JC. This move is absolutely gigantic for a C normal. Look at that. Like for jumping C normal, that's huge. Look at that. That's gigantic. It's really good for like air to airing. So like let's say like I'm jumping, I do like shit like this. Like I do like stuff like that. Mateo KK, he does this a lot in particular. When he played Ojito at Evo, he would like to counter like die pressure and stuff. He would do like JC into like EX Fireball. So like this. So stuff like that. It's also a really good air to air also. So you do stuff like that. On counter hit, air to air. So get a full like actual like full combo. I fucked it up, but that's basically you get a full combo on counter hit. So you get an actual like good route on counter hit. You could also do stuff like this. So you could do like jump back JC, and since she hits low to the ground, you get a pretty good confirm off it also. Like that. You can also her JC doesn't have that much recovery like that, you see? So I could do like things like this. Because the startup is pretty long, but the recovery, like you could like make it, like you do shit like that. But that's basically it. This move has a lot of utility. There's probably the C normal, or there's probably her air normal you'll see a lot besides JA. Now we'll go over her ICJC. So this move is super long, by the way. Look at that. And it's also overhead. But the thing is to note, if you shield this move, it's a free punish. So I'm gonna air shield. I'm gonna set Phonon to air shield real quick. So I can't do anything. Like free punish, super minus. So just take note of that. It's really good to for like an air to air though. So let's say like a Phonon's like doing like up back fireball or some shit. I could do like ICJC. It's really good against characters like Hilda and Yuzu also, that or like Seth that just tend to like stay in the air. But just know, if you shield it though, you'll die. And it's also good as like an air movement tool too. It's like JA to where you could like stall her in the air. The stall is longer than when she does JA though. And you can do stuff like this. Just like move across the screen. Like if you see like Shotgun Squid, he does this shit a lot. You can do like stuff like this. Get out the corner. It's pretty memey, but it has utility. But the thing is, this has a lot of recovery on whiff though. So if a photo, like if someone knows you're gonna do that, they can just like punish you for doing that shit. They can punish the recovery for that move. But that's, oh yeah, here's, I forgot I was gonna go to her specials, but we're gonna talk about Jump 2B and IC Jump 2B. So Jump 2B, I mean this, you really don't see this move a lot. On shield, it's really punishable. You get a free punish on shield. So let me just do this. Like, I can't do anything after. So, this move is like basically like for like meat. Like, I guess it sets up like mix up in the corner. Like, I mean, it's fake, like mash. The only time where it's real is like I do like P2 side stuff like this. I'm damn fucking up. Like that, like shit like that. Besides that, like you aren't gonna be doing like that. Like this, it's fake. On punish, it's on shield, you're basically gonna die for it. Her IC J2B though, especially out of assault, is really good. This is her, like out of assault, this is her best assault starter. So let me just demonstrate. So. Yeah, I fucked it up. So, 2.9 off an assault, compared to like where assaults are usually netting like 2.6. So this is her best assault starter, and assault IC J2B is plus on shield. So I'm gonna just demonstrate this real quick. So still plus on shield. I'm fucking it up. Yeah, still plus on shield. It just the timing is weird, but and even off a regular J2B. I'm fucking it up. Yeah, even like stuff like this is still plus on shield. So, but if you do it too high, if you do it too high, it's minus. So just keep that in mind. But it's really good if you want like free plus frames. That's really it for Assault or ICJ2B. Oh, another thing to take note is if they do like if they green shield it. Like Mateo, he does this a lot though. It also beats like Stan Tech and like 1 AD. So just keep that in mind. Mateo knows how to use like ICJ2B really good. So now we're gonna go over her specials. So let's go over her force function first. I talked about it a little bit earlier. Hey, no problem, man. Hopefully this tutorial helps you a lot. But we're gonna go over her force function. This is her primary anti-air. So it covers a lot of space. It also has like the final hit. The final hit also could like get a knockdown and like do shit like that. The final hit is -6 from what I remember. It's -6, so you're pretty safe. It bleeds a lot of grid on block though. The invul properties for this move. The invincibility on head invul is from frame 10 to 43, non-vorpal, and it's 17 frames non-vorpal. You could also hold it if you ICFF to make it easier to like hit confirm the anti-air. Or if you do it like this, if you hit it like that, you get a full combo also. The only times like you're gonna be landing force function like this is like when you do like force function OS. So majority of the time in anti-airs, you're just gonna be holding it and getting a full confirm. In Vorpal, her Vorpal trait is her force function has less startup, and the invincibility starts faster. So let me just compare. Let me do this for comparison again real quick. So non-Vorpal FF. Look how slow that is. 17 frames. Head invul on frames 10 to 43. But in Vorpal, this move is 13 frames. Look how quick that is, right? 13 frames. Head invul from frame 7 to 39. In Vorpal, you're going to be using this as anti-air a lot. Because non-Vorpal FF is prone to getting stuffed by things like Assault. Like if you go like force function OS would work, but there'd be many times where it'll get stuffed out by assaults. But in Vorpal, like this move is her best anti-air easily. So just keep that in mind. In Vorpal, make sure you utilize that move. It's a pretty good starter too. Remember, you could do this to make sure you get an anti-air, make it easier to hit confirm it. So now we're gonna get into her fireballs. So we're gonna talk about 236A. It's her slow fireball. It's 18 frames, and it's -2 on block. So this is the fireball you use to be safe. At certain ranges, you can make this plus. So this is -2. I'm safe. And at like 2C range, since the fireball lingers a bit, it's gonna be plus. Like at that spacing, 236A is +1. And a common frame trap you'll see is this. You'll see phonons go for like stuff like this. Like if they try to press a button afterwards, you just go for like that frame trap, and it works a lot, honestly. Or like someone will try like up back or something like that. That works a lot. But the thing is, there's a gap right here. So let me set Phonon to Assault real quick, just to show you that this, as good as it is, it's not a real block stream. Just keep that in mind. Well, I fucked up. Yeah, so why isn't she assaulting? That's air assault. Haha. Look at that. So it's not a real block stream. So keep that in mind. just when canceling into the move. But it's really good if you want to keep pressure, if you know the opponent is respecting you on defense. So just keep that in mind. Not a real block string though, so if the opponent gets the read on it, you're prone to exploding. So make sure you keep that in mind on offense. So now we're gonna go over her IC236A. So it's 25 frames, but it's +1 on block. It's +1 on block, and if when spaced, it's gonna be even more plus. So if you want free plus frames, this is the move you want to go to. Yeah, EX cancel a meter also. Her fireballs, yeah, you can just do this. Oh, so I'll let me get into that right now. So what you can do with this, I'll go over to this. I'll go over that in more detail when I get to offense and stuff like that. But you could cancel this on whiff. You can cancel the special. You can cancel all of her specials on whiff, or not all of her specials, but fireball on whiff. So in case someone tries to assault over it, you can react to the assault and 623C them like that. Do stuff like that. So, or if you want more plus frames, cancel it. So thanks for Arya. Thank you, Arya, for reminding me about that, by the way. So back to her IC236A. It's +1, but it has a lot of startups, so be careful when you use this though. So I'm gonna set Phonon to do 5A. Look at that. I'm trying to get plus frames. It'll work. It'll work from certain normals though. But if I do some shit like that, 2C into that block string, I'll get beat. But this would work. Whoops. I can do shit like that. I'll get into more in detail when it comes to frame traps and stuff like that, but just keep that in mind. If you want plus frames, you could use that move, but just know it has a lot of startup and also bleeds grid also. So now we're gonna get to her 236B. This is her fast fireball. When you're learning this character, you try to play her like a zoner. You'll be using this move just to harass them, keep them blocking. You could cancel this on whiff also. If you want plus frames, if you want to keep something gapless, stuff like that. Personally, I don't use it that often. What you can do is you get a full confirm though. So if it hits, you do delay 236C and get a full confirm right there. Personally, I really don't use this move. I don't like using it like that. I really don't see the utility in it, honestly. Besides full screen confirms, but besides that, I'm not really a fan of it, honestly. You can use other moves, personally, in my opinion. So now we're gonna go over her 236B. This move, it's similar to her A fireball, to where if you charge it, the frame advantage is better. But the thing is, regular fireball, uncharged B fireball is -8 on block. 236B or IC236B is -5 on block. So, and it's quicker because compared to IC236A, sometimes if people are too far to hit me but close enough for it to be somewhat safe, I'll just mash 236C to steal my turn if they aren't. Yeah, that's fair. So her A fireballs, this is faster than IC236A. It's 21 frames compared to 236A fully charged being 25 frames. and you have a better frame advantage, but you're still -5, so your turn's gonna end. But you really won't be keeping pressure, but you can like just back off. They're gonna try to get their turn back, and you just go back to like, you know, back fireball, stuff like that, and you know, running your neutral game. It's also combo filler. You see this combo, you'll see that used in combos a lot. So like, I'm gonna do like basic combo. You basically see that for your ender. For 99% of your combos, that's gonna be your ender right there. Besides that, it's mainly combo filler. It's a good way to stay safe, but like a lot of her moves, it bleeds grid, so use it sparingly. You know, like I said, just another thing to keep your opponent guessing on defense. So we're gonna get into her 236C. This move is really good. So it's 9 frames, 9 frame startup, right? It's 9 frames, really fast. And you can get a full confirm off it, full screen also. And it's also, this is the move she uses just to get frame advantage, because 236C is +19 on block. But the problem is, you could just mash 1 AD and you'll bleed a lot of grid from it. So they like use this move if you want plus frames, but just know that their chances to win the Vorpal cycle are way higher if you do it on block. So keep that in mind, but really good move if you want plus frames. And here's something funny. All moves with super flashes have throw invincibility. So let me go to Wald real quick and demonstrate this. Peke made a tweet about this the other day. This is like some like advanced shit, but I just want to show y'all for like the sake of reference. So I'm gonna have him do 360C. I fucked up. It's hard to do, but this works. Hold up. I'm gonna get it. I think I'm doing it too late. Oh, actually, I'm gonna link the tweet. Hold up. I'm gonna link the tweet in the chat. But this works. This actually works though. Because Peke made a tweet about it. It has throw invincibility. So let me link this in the chat right here. Alright, there we go. Like it has throw invincibility, so you can do shit like that. It's hard. It's really hard to do, but it's possible. So let me link this. Like if you see that shit, like it's pretty funny. It's hard to do, but it works though. So yeah, basically if you want access to free plus frames, that's your move right there. So now we're gonna go over her air fireballs. These are probably her best specials in my opinion. So we're gonna go over her J236A or A fireball. So the move is -15 if you do it like this, because it has a lot of recovery when you TK it. You could do like shit like this, like that. It'll hop over a lot of things. She has a lot of recovery when she does this. That's why you see players, they'll do whip JA because she doesn't have that recovery. She doesn't have that front flip animation. Because this has a lot of recovery on it. See, notice how she doesn't do the whole front flip, and the fireball lingers, so it's able to be plus. And it's easier to like get confirms off of this also. So you do stuff like that. It's also good if they're doing like up back or some shit. So like up back fireball, and you have enough time to run up and confirm if you get the hit, like that. It's a good way to get plus frames. Just know, don't do like TKA fireball because you will die. -15. All right. I mean, you could do like some like meme shit like this though. Whoops. Like that's, I mean, it's probably fake as fuck, but like still, you go into another dimension. Yeah, she's basically going into space when you do this move. It's actually like pretty funny. So now we're gonna go over her B fireball, J236B. This move is +6. This is her like the fireball she uses to get plus frames, and she gets a really good confirm off this, like that. Like this is +6. TK, it's also plus, and it'll low crush a lot of moves too. It'll low crush and it'll beat OS's also, unless you like air throw OS and like that shit will beat this every single time. But this is really good if you want plus frames. Up back B fireball is really strong, and you get a confirm off it. I fucked up, but you get a full confirm off this, like that. Really strong. This is one of her best tools, period. Like you lost 3.8 off an air fireball. Like that's, if that isn't OD, bro, I don't know what to tell you. So now let's go over her jump 236C. So a lot of Phonons would just do this. They'll just do this to for the up back because you get a full confirm off it. You get a full confirm off it. It kind of prorates a little bit. 3.5 is still good and warpable, but compared to like other stuff, which I'll get into later, like it's an okay starter. It's plus 28 on block, so this is free plus range. But like I said, bleeds grid. It bleeds grid, so I'm gonna just have him to shield. Surprised I don't think he'll do that, but you're basically gonna win the Vorpal cycle if like Phonon like does this shit. Right, you can just mash 1 AD and just like shield that shit for free. But it's really good as up back C fireball. You get plus range, full confirm. It's really good to like punt if you're in the air, and let's say like Akatsuki does like Bitatsu or something like that, and he whiffs it, and I'm in the air, because Akatsuki Bitatsu, J236. I mean that move is godlike, period. Though it's really good. But let's say like Akatsuki tries to beat Tatsu, because it's really Akatsuki beat Tatsu is really good at shutting down up back. But if it whiffs, I could just do this to whip punish it and get a full confirm. Like I played Jushichi yesterday, and like I did that to punish beat Tatsu on whip. So it has really good utilities as a metered whip punish also. So now I'm going to talk about her pillars. So her 623. So I'm going to talk about her, let me get off walled, because seeing this character actually like tilts me. Also, if you're watching the stream, you know, drop a follow. Make sure you share the stream. Shield this shit. I don't know, drop a sub, donate if you want. But if you're tuning in, I appreciate it. We have a lot more stuff to cover. So I just hope you're enjoying this. Hopefully this tutorial helps y'all. So we're gonna get into her. B pillar, or her pillars. So 623A, it's 8 frames. It's a situational anti-air. So situational anti-air. It has head and dive invul from frames 5 to frame 15. So if you want to beat like stuff like dive kicks, or like Seth dive, so J214A, or Wagner J236C, this move will beat those. So it's minus 8 on block. You have a good amount of time to cancel it though. And a funny thing is, if you do this point blank, I fucked up. You get a full combo off it. So and you get a full combo off that shit. So, I mean, it's pretty situational, but it's still really good. If you get it, that is. Let me show you an example of this used as an anti-air. So I'm gonna go to Wagner and I'm gonna have her do ADP J236C. So hold up, I fucked it up. I can only do this shit on block. So let me do this real quick. So that will lose. I'm in Vorpal 2, but this won't. And I get a full confirm off that shit. It's hard to do, and every time I do this, like, I try to do this in a match, I fuck it up. But you can react to the Super Flash. And you get a full combo off it. Like, shit like that. So, just keep that in mind. I have never landed this in a match yet, but one day I will. But it's dive invul, so it'll beat this stuff. I'm fucking this shit up, goddammit. See, there you go. So, that's just an example of it as an anti-air. 623B is the same. It has the same properties, but it's 11 frames compared to A pillar being 9 frames. It has head and dive invul from frame 7 to 17, and it's still -8. In the corner, you get a full confirm also. So, like, do something like this. Like, that's 4.1. Like, that's a pretty insane starter, right? You could do stuff like this also. I'm fucking it up. I haven't did this in a long time. You do things like that. And 2B is generous enough to where you can get a link after. It's also used as combo filler. You see this a lot. If you hit it deep enough, you'll be able to get a combo off it. Like, they have to be like in the inside of the pillar. It's also good as like anti-airing from a distance. Let's say I'm Phonon and I'm up backing, or let's say the other player is playing Phonon and they're up backing. And they're trying to do like up back fireball. I could do run up 623B and I'll tag them out the air. And with CS and resources, I get a full confirm. A confirm you're gonna be learning a lot is B pillar into 22C. You basically get a free confirm. If it's kind of harder to do if it's as an anti-air. You just have to delay it. If they're like super high in the air, it's kind of hard to do, but as an anti-air, you still can get it sometimes. But if they're high in the air, most of the time, just get CS. And, you know, go into this confirm right here. What else? But yeah, basically, it's same utility. Just it covers a space that's in front of her. It's also good round start, but just know they can just dash block it round start and like she'll die. It's really bad on whiff. So if she whiffs this, she dies. Like a lot of her normals do. So now let's get to her 623C. It is 9 frames, and this is her only metered reversal that isn't IWEX or IW. Only metered reversal. It's a really good starter too. It's probably her. Oh, I fucked up. Like that was 4.1 of deep CDPCS. You're basically gonna use this move if you have CS and CSDP. It's also good for like anti-airing also. So let's say like I'm like Merc or some shit and I'm like just flying in like air for like no reason. Merc players don't have brains, stuff like that. They're just in the air, oh, bro, I'm just throw fireballs all day or some shit. And if they dive kick at you, you just anti-air them. It goes super high too. Like that entire pillar space. Like that entire space is a hitbox right there. So it covers that that whole pillar, and it kind of have like the hitbox is kind of like a little bit outside too. But that entire pillar is basically the hitbox, and that's invincible. So that could snipe people out the air. It's also a hard knockdown. Also, if you do a super prorated combo though, they can air tech, but that's like a really rare thing. So that's basically your reversal. Usually you basically, as a metered ender, this is the metered ender you're gonna use 90% of the time, because you can run under for a side switch. In the corner, you can do stuff like this. Oh, I fucked up. Do stuff like this, save jumps, meaty fireball, stuff like that, because hard knockdown. But that's basically it for that move. So now we're gonna get into her. We're gonna get into her Rekkas. So 214A, A Rekka. This is her primary meterless ender. It's also a hard knockdown. Alright, D-Dak, you take it easy, bro. No problem, man. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube when I finish, so don't worry about it. So now we're gonna get into her A Rekka. So this is her primary meterless ender, or 214A. It's a hard knockdown too, so they can't like forward tech or anything like that. They could back tech though, which is fine. Like, it's cool, I guess. I don't fucking know. This is her main meterless knockdown. It's -5, so she's safe. It's pretty long range too. A lot of like something you can do on offense if they throw this. Like you do that. For example, this is like a green shield bait. Like if they're trying to punish. Let me do this. Let me do it on defense real quick. Like this. All right, so let's say if they try to green shield, or if they try to shield 66B. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do two things, just for an example. So let me do this. Whoops, I fucked up. So I'm gonna do that. So now I'm gonna do this. I fucked up. See, I tried to. You see how I tried to? I'm trying to shield 66B, but you could do that for a shield bait, and you'll get green shield. So just keep that in mind. You could also do shit like this. So if they green shield this, oh, I fucked up. Second hit. And I can just grid break him on green shield. So just keep that in mind. Jade, if you watch JJ play, he does that shit a lot. He does it all the time. So it's really good. It's -5, so you can mash your turns over if they know, but usually that catches a lot of people slipping. The follow-up for it is also -5. It's also -5, so you're still safe. Well, you're not safe because if they have a 5-framer, they can punish this shit for free. But if they have like a 6-frame or like worse, and they try to punish it, you're safe. You could always cancel it on block. Do that. And what's funny is you get a meterless confirm in the corner. Well, that doesn't work, but I mean, this will never happen unless they mash for some reason. Yeah, you do shit like that. That's like super rare, like extremely rare. It's also a good starter. That probably would have been. Let me try this real quick. Yo, what's up, Faded? How you doing, bro? So if you CS this, oh, that won't work because of SMP. Let me try this. So 3.8 off Rekka CS. It's pretty rare, but just know if you CS it, you can get like a full confirm. What's up, Neum? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So it's rare just having raw Rekka hit like that. It's mainly for enders, or if you want to like just keep pressure, like give them like another look. But it's mainly your combo ender meterless. You can cancel it on block into like EX moves or on hit. So just keep that in mind. So now we're gonna get into her 214B. So I think this is her most underrated move in her kit. So you could also use this as an ender, and like a lot of JP players, they'll do like this. They'll do that ender because it's max damage compared to this. It's max damage compared to that, and plus the combo is too prorated that this won't work. Oh, that does work. Oh shit, I didn't even know. You learn something every day. Look at that. But damn, I didn't even know you could do this. That's kind of wild. But usually people use this combo if the combo prorates too hard. So let me give y'all an example. Okay, so that does work, alright. I'm trying to figure out. I think I'm trying to show an example where the combo is too prorated to where A Rekka doesn't work, but B Rekka will. Dude, I have no combos today. That's crazy. Whoops. Bro, oh my goodness. Oh, and I'm fucking up. But like, there'd be combos where the combo would be too prorated, where this will whiff, right? That will whiff, but this won't. Or yeah, so yeah, here's an example right here. I'll do this earlier. Hold up. Notice how that whiffs, right? But this won't. So if a combo's too prorated, right? If a combo's too prorated, and A Rekka will whip, you could do B Rekka, and it'll get all 3 hits. And you could cancel into 236 or 623C for a hard knockdown. But the beauty of this move is its anti-air capabilities. So, shit, bro, I'm trying, bro. So the real shit about this move is its anti-air capabilities. So, it's a 10 frame move, so it's faster than her force function. It's still slower than pillars though, but that's okay. The properties on it has head and dive invul from frames 7 through 15. So I made a video on it earlier. I'm gonna link it in the stream, and I'll probably put this shit in the description too when I upload this to YouTube. So yeah, let me link this video. I made a video about 214B and like its utility as an anti-air. It's really good with resources, by the way. So I'm gonna link this. It goes more into detail about it. Cause I'm trying to keep this tutorial like I'm not trying to make this shit drag on for too long. You feel me? So I'm gonna link this in the chat real quick. Let me link this real quick. So here you go. So this tweet basically like describes 214B and its utility as an anti-air. It's 10 frames. It moves her forward a lot also. It's a really good starter. With CS, you can do this. Like, let me have him jump. So this is with CS. It's really good. Look. It's really good as anti-air with CS. You can confirm it with 22C. I fucked up. Yeah, you can confirm it with 22C. I'm just bad. There we go. You confirm it with 22C. I dropped the combo, but you know, that's basically it right there. There's gonna be certain scenarios where you could combo this meterless mid-screen. In the corner, you get a meterless confirm. It's super easy. You can just 5A after this. You just do this. So you get meterless confirms mid-screen, or meterless confirms in the corner. Very easy to do. Peke does this to me when we played at Evo. If you want to watch that VOD, he does this to me. He gets a meterless confirm off it. Counter hit. You get a 2B. That come won't work. So you do this. You get a 2B on counter hit in the corner. So you can do that. 3.9 off B Rekka starter on counter hit in Vorpal. That's pretty crazy stuff. And even then, non-Vorpal is still really good too. So 3.3 non-Vorpal, 3.6 in Vorpal off B Rekka starter. That's pretty good. Pretty unorthodox, but as an anti-air, really strong. Has a lot of utility. So let me go over this weird situation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick Seth. It's shown in the video, but I just want to show it for the stream real quick. Where's Seth at? So I'm gonna do a generic Seth block string into J214A, which is his dive. So fuck, I'm bad. Hold up, I forgot the block string. Whoops. Wait, actually, let me do it on block. Let me do this real quick. It makes it easier for me. All right, let's start this. Bro, said this too hard of a character. Hold up. It's okay, Noom. I'm gonna put this shit on YouTube anyways. So, in case you missed this, you can just watch that shit. Yeah, I'm fucking this up. Alright. I'm gonna get this. There we go. So that's the block string right there. So let me do this real quick. So I fucked it up right there. It is blocked, bro. Yeah, so right there, you can, if it hits. I'm sorry, Dazzards. So right here, if the last hit, so Trail found this out a few months ago, so shout out to him. So on the last hit of 214 BB, right here, right, if the last hit hits like this to where the other, to where the opponent is behind her head, you can get a meterless confirm. All right, it's pretty, it's like really rare, but there, just keep this in mind. If 214 BB hits like this at this angle, you get a meterless confirm. So just keep that in mind. It's a crazy starter too. Let me get this real quick. You lost 3.9 off that. 3.9. So it's pretty rare, but the fact that you could do that is something you should consider. In all honesty, it's really good anti-air. It has dive in full and head in full. So as an anti-air, it's really good. And against walled, like if you don't know how to if you don't know how to fight walled, bro, just use 214B. Like when LTP played Argon at Evo, bro, Argon couldn't do anything about that move. LTP just masked that shit. So just keep that in mind. Really good as an anti-air and an ender also. So now we're gonna go over her. We're gonna go over her C Rekka 214C. It's 9 frames, so it could punish shit like it could punish this. What are my keybinds? Yo, what's up, Sakanto? How you doing, bro? I mean, I play on Stig. Let me show you my my layout is weird as fuck. All right, so this is my button layout. So I used to play. So before I play Uni, I play KOF and Tekken. So I'm used to like box layout. So this is my A. So square is my my A normals. Triangle is my B normals. X is my C normals. Circle is my my D. So like shield and shit like that. So I have a throw macro to R2 and force function macro for R1. The reason for this is because this is for force function OS right here. Because the way you do that OS is you plink it, and on my stick I just plink it straight down, so it's easier for me. There'll be times where I get VO on accident, but it's whatever. It's just, you know, I fucked up the plink. And I have these macros right here. This is CVO macro and IWEX macro. I just have them there because I'm lazy as hell, to be honest. Like, that's really it. I need my macros, bro. That's that simple. So like I was going with earlier, I'm gonna go over her 214C. This move is 9 frames. If you watch Klim in particular, he uses this ender a lot. He's like the main phone that likes this ender. I see him use more 214C than 623C, which is fine. So wait, hold on, let me redo that. So this move is -8. So alright, let me do this. That's a punish. That's a legit punish. I fucked up. Wait, I fucked it up. But this is legit punish. Because this is -8. That was too slow right there. Yeah, I fucked up, but you can CS it and all that stuff. But that's a legit punish right there. It's 9 frames. I'm really not a fan of this Ender. The only times I'm gonna use it is if I want the corner carry or to run out the Vorpal cycle. Arya, I know he's watching this. He did find some like stuff for 2C or 214C Ender. You get like some weird like mix up side switch type shit after. And you like some dash under type thing. I don't know. I never experimented with it, but you could. There's some utility with the Ender. You can also side switch after it. Also, you can run under it. But this is mainly for like corner carry and to stall the Vorpal cycle. Honestly, you can punish stuff that's like -9 because it's pretty far. But besides that, that's all for that move. So now we're gonna go over her 2-2s, which are like the ground spike things. I don't know what you would call it. They're all very slow. They also bleed a shit ton of grid, but you can cancel this. You can cancel these into Fireball though, which is cool. So 2-2A, it's really minus by itself, so you have to commit to a cancel. But this string bleeds a lot of grid. This string bleeds a lot of grid, but it's a pretty good way to keep plus frames. Like, I do this a lot, and Mateo does this a lot. So you do like a string like this. And the funny thing about 2-2A, or just 2-2 in general, is 2-2A, it has throw involved from frames 1 through 7. So if they like mash stand tech or some shit like that, let me do reversal action throw. So like that, reversal action throw. So I could just do this. And that shit did 4.3. So like it's if like you get hit by 2-2A starter, you're gonna explode. All right. So this throw invul, it's really good to crush stand tech. So keep that in mind. Really good. So same for 2-2B. It's 2-2B. The only time you're using 2-2B like in a block string is for this right here. So let's say I'm using 3C against like Gord or some shit, and I'm trying to like harass them from using a force function. I'll do this. So I'll do like something like that, right? And something cool about this is I could do this confirm. Like that. So I could do something like that. It works out 3C starter too. Let me turn guard off. So I could do that, like right there. It's mainly combo filler though, or it's mainly combo filler though, 2-2B. So just do this route right there, 2-2B. It's mainly an ender, 2-2B into A Rekka. It has throw invul from frames 1 through 10. So I mean, it's not. It has some utility for like beating out throws, but it's mainly combo filler. Or to like keep someone, make sure like someone's dash blocking. You know, it's good against board from 3C confirmed, stuff like that. So now we're gonna go into our 2-2C. So this is the ultimate knowledge check. All right, everyone has gotten hit by this move once and have asked, "Bro, that shit's an overhead?" Yes, it's an overhead. But since it's her only overhead, it's not a low, so there's no reason for you. Like, you could just react to super flash. A cool thing about this move though is it tracks to wherever the opponent is. So I could do 2-2C from here and look right there. So let's say like I'm playing it in the VAT matchup and they're like doing or like Seth or some shit, and they said like Orb or Batista trying to zone. I could go for a call out from 2-2C. And I could do this. This is hard to do. but this is possible. So I could do this. Like full screen punish. If I have CS, so I could do like 2-2 CS. It's hard to do, but it's possible. Fuck. Okay, not full screen, but like you can do it from a pretty far distance. So just keep that in mind. If you do 2-2 up close, you could do this. You get a full confirm. This only works if you're point blank though, but it's still good to know in case like you're a demon like me and do like wake up 2-2. That shit did 4.6, so that's her best starter period. That's her best starter like period. That did 4.6. It's pretty rare that this will happen. Like the only time this will work if you do like wake up 2-2 like an animal. It does beat throw though, so it has utility. It has throw involved from frames 1 through 6. So just keep that in mind. It's really good if like someone's trying to zone you full screen, you want to tag them. It's also a way to keep pillar safe, but I'll get into this more into detail. You would want to do this instead, because you can hit confirm that. You can hit confirm that. So let me. So I fucked up. So you can hit confirm this. You can hit confirm that right there. So this is kind of advanced, learning how to hit confirm that. But if you're like learning, you can just cancel into 2-2, keep yourself safe, and do a B fireball after or something like that. So besides that, we covered all of her specials. So now let's get into her offense, just basic offense with this character. So basic offense with this character. So a lot of things, when picking up this character, a lot of people at the beginner level, they'll try to play her like a zoner. So they'll like be lame, do this. So they'll be super lame, just be throwing fireballs and shit. They won't be aware of the grid cycle. They'll just be playing like this, using 3C and stuff. And this will work at the most beginner level, at the lowest level, because a lot of people won't know how to deal with like these long normals and these full screen zoning, and they won't know the importance of the vorpal cycle. But as you play as the level of play that you're playing at increases, you'll realize that these tactics won't work. So you have to, I feel like the best way to play a Phonon, right, is you stay at this mid-range right here. You want to stay at 2C range. Let me turn this off. You want to stay at 2C range, right? Because you can do 4B right here. You can react to assaults. Cancels into 336A. You make this plus. You do stuff like this. 4BB max range will tag them. Stuff like that. And if you want to retreat away, get back to doing like up back fireball, stuff like that, that range is perfect. She could play rush down. She could do stuff like this. Stuff like that to keep her pressure. She can play lame though, but not in the way a beginner does it. You play lame by like just chilling in neutral, throwing fireballs, using 4B to harass, using this. Some basic pressure structure. Honestly, any block string into 5C could get you a lot of mileage. 5C is only -2 on block, so you could do like some string like this. you're safe. So you're only minus 2, so you could do something like this. And keep pressure again, right? That's basically like the block string you should learn. Learning how to do block strings in a 5C will be your best friend. Another thing when pressuring is rebeating 4B and 2C are important. Because she does this at a range where if someone tries to challenge, they'll get tagged by a different button. Excuse me. They'll get tagged by, you know, the button afterwards. That's another important thing to learn. Learning how to, you know, stagger with this character and learning frame traps are also important. Some good frame traps. So let me go to a character with a 5 frame normal. I'm going to go with Wagner, because fuck it. She has a 5 frame 5A, so just let me go to her real quick. So good frame traps, you could do stuff like 2A delay 5B. What's up, Sophie? How you doing? You do 2A delay 2B. 2A immediate cancel into 5C is also a block string. If you try to delay this though, and they match your A normal, you'll get tagged out of it. Stuff like this. So 4B into delay 2C is really good. 4B into delay pillar is really good. This is really good. Like JJ does that a lot. Really strong frame traps. Those are just some examples of what you can do to if someone's mashing. There's some frame trap examples. Learning how to she has really generous stagger windows, so like that those are all staggered. So learn to you know, learn your stagger windows. Because they're really good. Another thing is utilizing smart steer to extend pressure. So this is really common with Eltonum. Eltonum's probably the character that utilizes it the best because she could keep you in super long block strings, right? But Phonon's really good at doing it also. So I'm gonna do a block string into I'm gonna do this block string right here. So let me do this real quick. Notice how I pressed 5A after the 5BB, but nothing came out. So I'm gonna do 5BB meaty. So watch this. So not only I get 2-5, so I could basically do this. So I get 2 5BBs on block when you do smart steer, which is really good. So you do this. The player that really utilizes the best out of any Phonon, including JP, is Clint. He's probably the best at utilizing smart steer and pressure, because you could create really long block strings, right? So let me do this. Like you could do like shit like this. This is something like you should practice right here. So and make sure when you're like doing pressure on block, make sure you keep 2A. Do not do this, so you can keep a reverse beat to keep yourself safe. So a really good block string would look like this. So hold on, I fucked up. So that's like an advanced block string right there. And you keep 4B. You keep 4B. You keep 4B last because you could or actually let me revise that. So this is what you want it to look like right here. So something like that, right? And you keep 2C and you keep 2C last, right? You keep it to the near end of your block string in case like they try to mash because you need this. It's really 2C on hit. Really easy to confirm, right? So you want to learn like smart steer block strings because they're really good, and you can keep them locked in a really long block string. And people, they'll try to take their turn back. You know, like I know like the meme is just block, bro. I mean, you kind of have to just block, bro, but you have to take your turn back because how you have to do something right. Like how are you gonna win if you can't start your offense right? So you have to take a turn back. But doing smart steer, block strings are really good just for extending pressure and all that type of stuff. So keep that in mind. Let me see what else. So some TRM setups in case they're mashing OS. So I'm gonna go over some things. So if you don't know what a TRM stands for throw, reject, miss. The term is derived from BlazBlue, but it's basically like the same concept, so to speak. When you try to do a throw input too early, you'll get locked out of a tech, and you won't be able to tech for 30 frames, I believe. And that's why when they flash red off a gold, so when you do gold throw, it looks like this. It looks like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the I'm gonna switch to Phonon. All right. So I'm gonna switch to Phonon, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna have him do this TRM setup right here, just for an example. So I'm gonna do like that. So just to demonstrate. I fucked up. Whoops. I'm gonna get it. It's right there. You see how she flashed red right there off the gold throw animation. So if you try to like do OS or some shit, or like you're just mashing, you'll get locked out of that tech. So you won't be able to tech the gold throw. So some TRM setups with Phonon that are really strong is you can do stuff like let me put her to guard. So you do 2A, then do 2As into gold throw. That's a TRM setup right there. 5A into 5A, like 5A staggers into that are really good for TRM setup. This is another TRM setup, IC 5C into 2A, because a lot of people will try to mash after this. They could go for this too. That's another TRM setup right there. So those are like some basic TRM setups with Phonon. So now another thing that's really good is you get reacting to Super Flash. So you could so with certain moves, you see it's a lot with characters. Certain moves have specials that you could cancel on whiff. So a common thing is when the other opponent has Vorpal and they have CS, a lot of people, they'll do block strings into a move that has a gap, but they could special cancel it on whiff. So let's say I have Vorpal, right? And I'm doing a block string, some shit like this. Hold up. Block string to like that block string, right? So what I'm gonna do is let me do this. Let me see if I can set this. Opponent Vorpal. Start dummy recording. So I'm gonna do that. Reversal action. So let me do this. Alright. Hold up. I'm gonna get this. I fucked up. I think okay, I was cursed, but you see the concept, right? You see the concept. So you could do you could react to Super Flash with that move. I could do that, or I could do like this. See, I could react to Super Flash. So doing block strings into specials that you can cancel on whiff are really important for like doing or baiting CS into reversals. If the other player has a meterless reversal, you just have to hold the DP, right? You just have to hold that DP. But if characters only have meter reversals like Merkava and Phonon, you could do that. So that's something to keep in mind. Another fun thing I want to show real quick before I move, actually let me demonstrate like uses to make CS usages on offense. So let me demonstrate some ways you could use CS to keep your turn. So a lot of things, a common thing you'll see is like that. They'll use pillar to keep to get plus frames and to do dash up and keep your turn. That's one way to use CS offensively. Do something like this against characters that like to be in the air. You could do B Rekka CS and do something like that. What else? Assault J ACS is really good as like a mix-up because when she's non-Whirlpool, she basically doesn't have a mix-up, right? But when she does have Whirlpool, this turns into a mix-up. It's really hard to react to. It's reactable offline, but like you have to be expecting it though. You feel me? Not like 7 times out of 10 offline, you're gonna get hit by that, unless you're like Infinity or some shit. And, like he blocks this shit like every time. Those are some ways to use CS. You basically keep a lot of things safe with Phonon and just keep your turn. So let me show one thing before I move on to like combo theory. So a funny thing is, alright, this is super fucked up. So JJ is the best at doing this shit easily. So this move, J26B is +6, alright. And on Green Shield, from what I remember, I'm trying to remember how much frames Green Shield gets, like adds to. I think it's 13 frames, right, or some shit like that. Let me do this research real quick. Hold up. Yeah, so Green Shield, so when you Green Shield something, it adds 15 frames of block stun, right? So if you Green Shield this, I'm +21 minimum. Hold on, I fucked up. So look how much time I have to grid break someone. So this is something that you need to practice right here. Like look how much time you have to grid break them, right? This is really, really important on offense. If they Green Shield this, dash up and throw every time. Look at that. You have so much time to grid break them. So if someone's, you know, shield happy and then Green Shield this, free grid break right there. So those are some like basic offense stuff just to get you started. So now I'm gonna go into combo theory. So with combos, her combos are very easy, right? This is a standard combo you'll see all the time. Like this is some trial mode shit. It's effective, or like something like this. Like standard basic combos like this. These could do a lot of mileage, like Clem. Until now, like in 2018 and shit, he was basically doing these combos. Like his combos sucked, but his new, because you know he's been playing this game for a long time, and his, you know, obviously he's a seasoned player and he's really good at the game. He's a really strong player in general, so he still is getting a lot of mileage, like doing like really unoptimal combos. So like you don't have to be optimal with this character, right? Because her neutral is so strong, and you know just her buttons and all that are so good, right? But at least at this point in the game where like everyone is so strong, you know, losing and winning the damage race could be the difference between you winning the set or getting sent to losers bracket, to be honest. So we're gonna go over some basic, you know, routing that you'll see, and we'll go over some intermediate and advanced stuff. So a common thing, this is really common right here. So this is like your BNB right here. This is your BNB right here. So just 2A, you know, 2A, you can do up to 3. 2C, 4B, jump C, IC, jump 2B. 6C, IC, B fireball into 2C, 3C, B Rekka ender. That's like the standard like baby mode combo, right? So then you could, if you want more damage, you could do this. That's more damage, right? This is the combo you should be doing right here. So the ender you want is IC 5C into 3C. That's the ender you want to do. Some other stuff you could do off this is you could do things like this. That's really good. That's the combo you want to do. This is like the advanced combo you want to do if the combo is prorated. That is 2.8, right? Yeah, so this is the combo you want to do if a combo is like super prorated. This one right here. This is probably the advanced combo right here. Yeah, so that's optimal. 2.8, 2839 off 3-2A. So this is the baby mode combo right here. Right here. This is baby mode combo. Beginner combo. You're probably gonna use this when you first pick up this character. This is probably the intermediate combo right here. I dropped that shit. Hold up. This is probably the intermediate combo right here. And this is your advanced combo right here. Whoops. So, right here, this is probably your advanced combo. Same applies to 5A. 5A doesn't prorate as hard though, so 5A doesn't prorate as hard. So you have more flexibility with your routing. It's still A star, so it's not going to do as much damage, but you could do things like this. So this is still going to be your baby route, right? This combo right here. Then you're going to have combos like this. This is probably... Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Whoops. It's an intermediate combo right here, more than likely. Or you could do this. This is really good too. This is a really good combo. So 3.1 off of 5A. That's so. This is your baby mode. This is probably your baby mode route right here. Obviously, you could do any combo. That's probably your baby mode route right there. It's probably your intermediate route right here. And this is your advanced combo right here. Off of 5A. I mean, obviously there's combos that are harder than this, but like in terms of like utility and stuff, those are probably your best combos. because all of her like optimal shit are like hella meme stuff. But that's off her A normals. So off her B normals, 2B and 5B, 2B and 5B, 2B and 5B, are like similar in terms of how they prorate. So 5B doesn't prorate as hard as 2B. So 2B, you can still do this combo right here. It's still gonna get you good damage, 3.2. That's probably your beginner combo. Then you have this combo right here. Probably your intermediate combo right here, 3.4. And this is your advanced combo right here. I recommend learning this combo. Hold on, fucked up. This combo you want to learn. I'm dropping this. There we go. So that's 3.5, 3.6 in Vorpal, 3.2 non-Vorpal. So that's the advanced route you want to learn off of 2B. Something to take note of though, is, so I'm gonna go to hide, right? I'm gonna do this route. I fucked up. I'm gonna do this route. So that's 3.7 and 3.3 non-Vorpal. So notice how I did 5 IC, 5C, 3C Ender. So I'm gonna go back to Phonon, and this is something you should take note of. All right. Notice how that whiffs. So if you do that route, the IC 5C 3C Ender will whiff on Byakuya, Phonon, Mika, Wagner, and Nakatsuki. You could just omit the 3C and just go straight do IC 5C into 236 IC 236B. So you do that. It's still optimal though, regardless. Another thing is if you decide to do this route instead, you can go for this. If you do 2B, 5C, you can do this. It's still a lot of damage, right? This is the second most optimal 2B confirmed. So just keep that in mind. Now I'm going to go over her 5B. So her 5B doesn't prorate as hard, and it gives her, or actually let me go over this real quick. So if you do this Ender right here, so if you do this, notice how 3C whiffs, right? So if you do that, 3C will whiff on Akatsuki and Orie. So the way to deal with this is you do this. So you could do 3C, 2C. If you want to be safe, you could just do 2C in the Rekka. But if you want the damage, go do 3C into 2C instead of 2C into 3C. If you miss the timing though, you know you'll miss 3C and you'll die. So just keep that in mind. But let's get into her 5B combos. So 5B, it doesn't prorate as hard as 2B does, and so it doesn't prorate as hard as 2B does. So you could do routing like this. Like that's a routing you would typically get off of C normal. So let me go over some basic stuff off this route. So this is your baby mode route, you know, beginner stuff. Whoops, I dropped it. The beginner stuff right here. So that is 3.4. That's your baby mode route. This is probably your intermediate route right here. Let me do this. So that is 3.6 in Vorpal, 3.2 non-Vorpal. Or you can do this route instead. It's your choice. You do this right here. This still works out. So 3.6, 3.3. And this is the route you want to learn right here. And I'll go over this combo filler, 66C, 623B, 66B in detail later. But I'm just showing these concepts off first. So this is the combo you want to do right here. So that did 3.8 in Vorpal and 3.5 in Vorpal. So just remember, you could do C normal. So you could do routing that you would normally get off of C starters with 5B. So just keep that in mind. So now we're gonna go into her 2C starters. So you could do this right here. That's cool. Use stuff like that. But the routing you want to do is this one right here. Always go for this. Like, this is the routing you need to do off this. Right here. So that was 3.8, 3.5 non-vorpal. So that route off that is really good, really easy, consistent. Off 5C routing, mid-screen, so it would probably look like this. So this is your baby milk combo. It did 3.8. That's really good. Off a beginner combo like that, super easy. 3.8 is like really, really strong, right? So just off that baby combo alone, it'll help a lot, right? So what else? So now we're an intermediate combo is. I mean, this combo it's technically advanced, but you know, you get the drill. So that did 40. So that did 4K in Vorpal and 3.7 non-Vorpal, and this is the optimal stuff right here. So I'm gonna go over 2 different routes. So this is the first one right here. So that did 4.2 and 3.8 non-vorpal. And this is the optimal 5C route right here. So that was 4.2, that was 4250 and 3.9 non-vorpal. Personally, I'll get into detail about that later, but personally I prefer this route over the second one. So I prefer that route because it's only 3 off and you don't have to the damage difference is very minuscule, and plus you don't use Vorpal for force function in the combo, and the corner carry on this is still really, really good. So if you get to learning more optimal stuff, make sure you learn this combo right here. This is the combo you really want to learn. This one right here. I fucked up, but I'm do it again. And if you have trouble doing IC, JC, just do that. Just go straight into regular JC, and it'll work every time. So those are her mid-screen stuff. She has, you know, she could do Assault JA, you know, this standard combo right here. That's basically the combo you're going to be doing a lot. Sometimes I go for that combo to be safe, but if you want the optimal stuff, so this is the optimal combo right here. Whoops. So that's the optimal combo mid-screen off Assault ACS. She could off Fireball she can confirm like this. So depending on spacing, she can confirm from 4B. These are off A Fireballs. I'm gonna demonstrate B Fireballs after this. So you confirm off 2C depending on spacing, and 2B like that. Off TK Fireball, you could do 2B like that. You could do 5B. You could do 2C. I think you could do 4B. Yeah, 4B is too slow. But off like up back, B Fireball could do this. Depending on spacing, you can get 4B. You get 2B. Whoops. 2C. Another thing to note is on counter hit, you have a lot of time to confirm. So I'm gonna have them jump, right? So you see how they dropped out like that? So I'm gonna go on counter hit. And there's way more untech time. So off counter hit fireballs, you have a lot of time to like run up and get a full confirm. You can also get full confirms from this. Very rare. Just take note of that. Some 6-6B stuff. These are just some examples. You go for like easier routing than this. This combo is very hard though, by the way. This is the route Reapy does. So you get routing off 6-6B, IC 6-6B right here. Whoops. So I fucked up the ender, but basically right there, air to airs. So let's say like you're in the air some shit. I see JC. So you get a full route from there. Like that. There's a lot of other stuff. I'm gonna link a combo doc when I upload this to YouTube. What's the combo off of for 5C when it's just the first hit and you already use 5B? I mean, you could use it as an anti-air, right? So I did this against I did this before. So if they're far, do that. So you could do something like this. So like that. So let me do this real quick. Yeah, so I don't. So your best bet is just to like cancel into this. Or you could do this. This is kind of like advanced stuff though. Oh, I did. This is what you do. So you could do that route instead right there. Like something like that if you haven't used your jump cancel. So something like this. So something like that. So that's basically like what you can do if you haven't used your jump cancel. If you're like at max range though, TK Fireball will whiff though, so just keep that in mind. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over probably one of the most like fast like combos. This is probably a meme at this point. Actually, I'm gonna go over her corner stuff first. So in the corner, off 2A, she could do this. You know, standard stuff like this. I fucked up the ender, but you know, standard ender, pretty baby mode. Or you could do something like this. Hold up. You could do this also. That's basically the ender you want right here, because in the corner, 5B into 3C works. So you could do this. So that will net you more damages going straight into a 6C IC236B. So keep that in mind. You could also do this route as well. So this is the route you do when the combo is super prorated. Oh, that doesn't work. Whoops. I'm just dropping everything today, huh? So this is a combo you want to do when it's really prorated. So that right there. So that's the combo you want to do in the corner if it's really prorated. The optimal 2A combo is this. Or these are the optimal ones. So you can do this combo right here. Alright, reset it. So you can do this combo right here. And that's the ender you want. The 22B, the 66C 22B 214A ender is the ender you always want, because that's the max, that's the best ender you could have, because it sets up for this. So it sets up for this. Oh my god, I'm just dropping shit. That's crazy. So you can set up for this this Oki situation right here. So you can do that. That's why it's so good, because you get like Oki situations like that. It loses to the delay tech, but that's just a concept right there. So that's your that's the combo you want. Or you can do this combo. You can do this combo also. It's kind of harder since the combo's prorated. It's kind of inconsistent at times, but that's the optimal 2A combo right there. Same with same with 5A, since it doesn't prorate as hard as 2A. You could do more flexible combos like this. Whoops. Do stuff like this, like that. Do stuff like that. So those are basically your options after A normals. B normals, you could do this. So that's pretty standard. The funny thing about Phonon's like corner routes is like her optimal stuff is like really like kind of hard to do. Her mid-screen damage on average is higher than her corner damage, from what it feels like to me personally. It's still really good regardless though. But this is probably the most optimal 2B combo in the corner. Whoops. Let me do this. I've been dropping everything today. Oh my goodness. This is probably her best combo she can do. Yeah, so that SMP fucks that combo up. So like stuff like that off 2B, that's basically what you want. So that's basically what you want right there. Off 5B though, so like I said earlier, it prorates like a C normal. So you could do combos like this. Yeah, I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, man. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna go over some situations. I'll explain that curse shit later. So she there's a few routes you want to do depending on where they are in the corner. So if they're not in the corner, you could do this combo right here. So that combo would work. You can go for this combo right here. Yeah, fuck that shit up. So you go for this combo right here. Oh my god. Bro, I have no combos today. So you go for this combo also. But if they're like point blank in the corner, this is the combo you want to do. This one right here. This is the combo you really want to do. So that was 3.8. in Vorpal, 3.4 non-Vorpal. So that's the combo you want in the corner. Off 2C, her combos, well, you could do something like this. Like her, like SMP doesn't affect it this bad because it is a C starter, but like her combos off 2C aren't the best. You can just go for like a standard combo like that, honestly. The stuff off of 5C though. So like I demonstrated with the 5V starters, you want to go for those combos. But this is her optimal combo. This combo is really hard to do. So I'm gonna demonstrate this. This combo is really hard to do. Fuck. Whoops. Oh my god, this combo's fucking me up. Like, this combo is hella hard to do, I promise you. So that was 4.4 in Vorpal, 4K non-Vorpal. So that's her like optimal corner combo. Very hard to do. So like unless you're like Mateo or some shit, like you really won't be going for that combo. You'll be mainly going for like these combos right here in the corner, like stuff like this, like stuff like that in the corner. That's basically what you'll be doing. So now I'm gonna go into the. So this is probably her combos are still easy for the most part, but even then, right? This combo filler in particular is considered. A lot of people learn this character struggle with this, right? So this right here. So this combo right here, this part right here. I fucked it up. Hold up. So that filler right there. 66C. Now I dropped 66C into B pillar into 66B right here. So this combo, a lot of people have difficulty with it. The way I personally do it is so what I do personally. So I buffer the motion during the 66C, and I do the motion very slowly. See, I do it really slowly. And the pillar will still come out. So the way you want it to hit. So I'm gonna do it like this. So you want it to hit right here, that they're in front, because that only doesn't grant you the most damage, but it also allows you to link the 66B afterwards. Because there'll be times where people wonder why the rot does less damage. It's because sometimes you'll get the pillar as what you'll only get 1 hit or 2 hits from the pillar. What you want is all 3 hits, and you want them to be in the inside the pillar like that. It takes practice. With time, you get used to it. It's just like one of those things where you have to keep practicing. I had trouble when I first picked up this game. I had trouble with this combo, but now it's like muscle memory. It's just one of those things you gotta practice, but there's definitely some tricks that could make the combo easier. And I'm gonna go over one thing. So in the trial mode, one of the trials is this combo right here. So that's the combo they give you in trial mode. Well, in reality, I prefer this combo right here. So not only does it do more damage, the corner carry from the force function combo is nice, but you have to take in consideration it uses grid. So this combo is better for you. The second combo is better if you want to win the Vorpal cycle. So I'm gonna charge. I'm just charge a block. All right. Fuck, I fucked up. I'm gonna charge one block of grid. Fuck. See, notice how much grid I lost because I did that combo. That's why you want to use this combo right here. No grid lost. You still have the grid advantage, more damage, and they're in the corner. So just take that in mind. I wanted to go through that. She also could do some side switch combos as well. So this is your standard side switch route right here. I fucked up. So that's your standard side switch. They do this in trial mode. But the thing is, on characters, so that route is super like weird on Walled, Gordo, Merkava. It works on Enkidu. But it actually does it work on Enkidu? Let me see. And it doesn't work on Eltonum, or it works on Eltonum, but like the timing is super whack. Yeah, so same with Enkidu. So the way to do the side switch, you have to delay the jump C. It's really hard to do. So you have to delay the IC jump C. It's really hard to do. So the side switch I prefer to use, right, is this side switch right here. Notice how they're on the other side also. That's the side switch I prefer to use, right? Because it works on bigger bodies, and it's just more consistent. You can do it off these routes also. So stuff like that. You can do this route too. Enigma does this shit a lot. You can do this route also. Because there'll be times, max range, where, let me, right here. Notice how I'm still on that side, right? So I could do this. Max range. Okay, well, that shit will still not work. But just, if you're like point blank and you want that side switch, you can go for that. Or you can go for some like advanced shit like this. Whoops. So you could just do this and run under them, right? Or you could spend the meter. You could just spend the meter. And push him back to the corner. Stuff like that. There's certain routes though. So those side switch routes will only work. Let me go back to Hive real quick. So those side switch routes will only work with 2A, 2B, 2C. So you can't do, well, you could do 5A, but so the route has to have, it can start off any like starter, except as long as like you're not doing, you can work off any starter except all hits of 5C, 4B, and 5BB. So you could do 5B into 2C and it'll work. You could do 5C. You could do stuff like that. So if you're in the corner and you get 5BB, 4B starter, 5C starter, or a 5A, 5C, you could do these routes right here. But they only work point blank. So you could do this right here. It's pretty advanced stuff. You just have to be like aware of like your positioning. But you could do this side switch. You could also do it with 5BB. And you could do it with this also. So you do something like that. If that only works if you're point blank though. But you could use this though. This is very hard to do. This is very hard to do. Very hard to do. So the trick for that, and that's something you'll learn like, that's like more advanced type stuff. So the way to do it. So I fucked up right there. So what you do is after the fireball hits, you dash, right? And so on that side, I do 6-6 for the dash. And when I get on the other side, I'm gonna move my stick down to 3. Because on that side, it's gonna be 3. So you move it to down back, whichever side you're on. And you do 2C, and it's gonna give you 2C. And you'll just hit confirm that into like anything else. Into the rest of your combo. So like that. Usually you have to delay the IC 5C though. This is like this is really advanced, but it's still good to know. If you don't dash in all the way, you'll get 3C like I whiffed earlier. So just keep that in mind. So those are some side switch stuff. So off force function, this is gonna be the last thing, or I'm gonna cover this. So off force function, she can do. So off force function, she could do this. So she off. Let's say I do force function OS and I get this. So I could just go straight into 2C and I could do a route right there. But the thing is, I already used one OTG, and in this game. So you only get 2 OTGs in this game, so I can't do like anything. So let me. Yeah, so you only have 2 OTGs in this game, right? So that won't work. So usually the route I do, this is the route I personally use. Right here. Good damage. Let me turn Vorpal on so you know how much it does in Vorpal. Really good damage. But you could do this as well. So alright, there we go. So player Vorpal. So I could do this. Whoops. You could do this also. Yeah, I'm fucking dropping everything. Whoops. So you could do that route. I fucked up the ender, but you see the idea. Then if it's an anti-air, I'm gonna have them jump. So let's say they're like in the air or some shit. So what you could do is you could charge it. Alright. And you could hold the button. And you could do that and get a full confirm. And a trick to this combo and holding this in general is when you do this. So the way to hold it and still get the 2-2A is like this. So you could do BC, and I'm letting go of C, alright? I'm letting go of C, and I'm holding B, and you still get the whole force function. So that's a trick to help you with combos and stuff like that. You can just hold B or C. It depends on like how you want to do it. See, I'm holding C right there. And you'll still get the charge force function. So those are ways to confirm off that. What else? So I'm gonna go over some CVO routes and CVO routes. So this is your basic your CVO route with full health. Like that. There you go. So when you have over 30% health, you just go straight into force function. You do IC force function. So simple. So you see the flash right there in the middle. So you as soon as you see that flash from Phonon, that's when you cancel into DP. So that's when you cancel into DP. If you're too late, she'll do the wall slam like she did there. So I'm gonna go over it again one more time. It has to look like this. Yeah, I fucking dropped it. Whoops. So the combo should look like this. So you like that. That's how it should look. However, this is really advanced stuff. But she could also do this. So I'm gonna do the second optimal 5C route into regular CVO. Then I'm gonna do what's called CS veil off routes. So I'm gonna demonstrate the difference. Yeah, I fucked up. Whoops. Okay, so that combo did 5.4 and 5K in non-Vorpal. So, or it's gonna. Well, you're in Vorpal, so it's gonna do 5.4. So now I'm gonna go through the CSV roll route. All right, at 100 health, I'm gonna show the difference. Yeah, I fucked it up. It's really hard to get the timing though. This is, if you're like learning to be more optimal, this is a route you have to practice all the time. So that did 5.9. All right, so that adds 500 extra damage to the compared to the CVO route. So if you really want the kill, you should learn those type of routes. They're very hard in getting the time if you mess up the timing. So let's say if I do the if I CS too late, I could just, instead of doing 6-6C because it'll whiff, I could just go straight into 2-3-6C. So keep that in mind. Now I'm gonna go over the routes you do when you have under 30% health. The CSVO route doesn't change; it's still similar. So it would look like this basically. So I'm just gonna do this. Well, okay, wait. You don't want to do that because that prorates the combo too hard. So right there, basically like that. CSVO still does more damage, but if you do this, so that will work, but this won't work. This will not work. Okay, that works, but this one right here, hold up. So if you do the CS, see, that will whiff. So you have to have the 6-6C, 2-3-6C, or else that will whiff like that. So those are basically your that's basically like all of her like combos. When I upload this on YouTube, I'll link the combo doc, the B&Bs, and the actual optimal stuff. But for now, it's gonna go through what she could do on defense. So, her defense isn't the best in the game. She doesn't have a meterless DP. Oh shit! I got a host. Hold up. Bro, shout out Magnus with the host, bro. Oh my goodness, let's go. I fucking see you, Magnus. Shouts out, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate the host, bro. Bro, I'm off this tutorial, bro. I'm about 3 hours in this bitch, bro. I'm like I have to go over like defensive stuff, and after that, like I'm just gonna go into like meme stuff and like do a Q&A and shit. But if you're wanting to learn like Phonon stuff like that, this is what you want to see, you know. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, so in case you missed like the beginning of this shit, I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, and I'm gonna put timestamps and stuff and all that. So I'm going through her defensive stuff right now. Like I said, her defense is the best. She doesn't have a meterless DP. All of her anti-airs are pretty situational though. And her biggest, it's not like she doesn't have ways to take her turn back on defense though. She could challenge with her 5-frame 2A. She could challenge with her 9-frame 2B and 11-frame 2C. At certain times, let's say like I'm Hilda and I'll do 2-2B or some shit like that. It's -8, but you know Hilda's, they still try to like press buttons after that. So I could do B pillar to take my turn back. This is 11 frames, and winning Vorpal is super important with this character because she's a character that like bleeds grid. So winning the cycle of this character is super important because stuff like this, taking your turn back, it's a really good starter too. So that's basically 3.8 right there. So learning, you know, how to challenge with B pillar and learning that these buttons are good for challenging are super important. Obviously CS DP is important. That's really important right there. So I'm gonna go over some option selects on defense that she has. So let me go over this. So her most utilized OS is force function OS right here. So it's force function, plink, throw, just like this. So the thing that sucks is if you like fuck up the input, you will get VO. So I'm gonna demonstrate it real quick. So I'm gonna have him do that. So let me do this real quick. So tech throw, then I'm gonna have him do assault. So that covers both options. Obviously, like many OSs, it'll lose to like staggers and TRM. So keep that in mind when using your OS. Another OS that's really good is this is an OS I really like to use a lot. So this OS is 8 AD IC jump 2B. So because you're gonna get this. So this is what it looks like right here. So I'm gonna demonstrate this OS. This OS is really good. If you have the call out on it, the reward is it's pretty good. So, but hold on, I fucked up. So I'm gonna have him throw. I'm gonna have him throw. So right there, I did it. So then I'm gonna have him assault. All right. So right there. Bro, I am fucking up. So I'm gonna have him assault right there. So that's AAD jump 2B OS right there. So that's another OS. LTP uses that OS a lot. I use it sometimes. And another good OS is this one right here. So let me do this. So jump back shield OS. If you watch a lot of JP footage, they mash this OS like they don't give a fuck, right? They mash the fuck out of this. It's really good. Phonon, depending on the height, she could punish it. So I'm gonna do throw again. So I fucked up. So I did jump back shield OS right there. It's 7 AD. It's basically like jump back throw OS. So now I'm gonna have him do assault. So this will happen. It's kind of hard with Phonon to punish with the air normal because hers aren't that fast. But you could do this. So that's a punish. Like you could do this if you get a successful jump back shield OS. So you could do, if you get a successful jump back shield OS, you could just do that. You have to get the shield though. So just keep that in mind. In the corner though, you get a punish. See, right, like that. So keep that in mind. Those are like the 3 OSs that are really good with her. I feel. What else? So that's basically like her defensive stuff. Really simple. You're gonna be, if you don't have warp, you're gonna be blocking a lot. Those are the OSs you want to use per se. Let me go over one offensive thing. So a lot of people ask, like Phonon players, they ask why I do this and why Mateo does this. So this right here, this string in particular. So this string right here, so this covers 3 options. So it'll cover OS, it'll cover backdash. So it'll cover OS, backdash, and up back shield. So let me put Phonon real quick and demonstrate this. Like this is super powerful. Obviously there's ways to counteract this, but if you don't, this is a really strong tool. So let me set Phonon to do this. Whoops. So right here. Whoops, I fucked up. So that string right there. So I'm gonna so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do OS. I'm gonna do delay force function OS. I fucked up. I'm gonna do delay force function OS. See right there, I see how I got stuffed right there? That didn't do it right. See how I got stuffed right there? So if I do force function OS, this will tag it. VO will beat this obviously. See, I got stuff right there. And I'm gonna do backdash. I got stuff, I got caught right there too. Granted her backdash isn't that good, but still. And now I'm gonna do jump back shield. I get guard crush. So it's really powerful. And the thing is, she can get a confirm off all 3 of those situations. So if I get the counter hit, the combo will look like this. So the combo will look like that. If I get the anti-air, it will look like this. So the combo will look like this off anti-air. So that's basically it. So that was like ask questions. So that string is really strong for beating like defensive options. There's a gap between the 2-2A and the fireball though. So like if I'm Byakuya, I could do this. So let me pick him and let me apply these changes. He could just 2-3-6 the shit for free. Like I play Masoma, he does this shit like all the time. So reversal action. 2-3-6E. So let me put him on dummy playback. All guard. So you can do that or that. So if you have a reversal, you could beat that string. Just keep that in mind. It will bait VO though. It will bait VO. So I'm gonna have them veil off. So that baits VO. That baits VO also. So if the don't veil off that string because you'll die. So just keep that in mind. But that's basically all for like her defensive stuff. I'm gonna go over some like meme shit. Then I'll do like a Q&A and like that'll be the tutorial. So a common thing you'll see me do and LTP do is this shit. So let me turn that off. So you always see us do that player 2 side bullshit, right? So for some reason there's a glitch. This might be taken out in clear. I hope not. I hope this shit stays in the game, or at least that shit gets put on player 1 side. So on P2 side, so what will happen is if you jump over and do a certain normal, you'll land on the other side and it's cross up. Phonon and Seth in particular, and Batista also, are really good at exploiting this. And this kind of adds a mix-up to Phonon in this corner. So she could do stuff like this. That. Do that. She could also do this shit right here. And I'm on the other side. I did that shit to infinity at top 8 to CO Taki, so it has utility. But what beats stuff like that though is like delayed tech and whatnot. So that was just showing y'all that. She also has like some nice resets. I'm gonna link LTP's document when I upload this. That has like more like insight and like more stuff. But here's an example. I go for this a lot. So something like that. LTP does this a lot too. So something like that right there. It depends on how like mid-screen stuff. It depends on how they tech though. But besides that, I feel like I went over everything I had to go over. So I'm just gonna do like a Q&A and stuff like that. If y'all have any like questions regarding this character, you know, matchup stuff like that, questions on how to deal with the tutorial. Timing for what? I mean, Brandon, you're wrong because the best phone on NA is JJ, bro. Like, come on, bro. Klim is second, though. I don't know, to be fair, I think me and Klim are tied. But JJ's undisputed the best NA. Like, if I was to make a top 5, like, Phonon's NA, it would probably be JJ, Klim, me, LTP, then probably... See, I want to say Enigma, but, like, Enigma's results haven't been, like, all that lately. And he just hasn't been competing. His last tournament was EVO. So, for the sake of reference, I'm probably going to say Scrot. What should Linnaeus do in this matchup? I mean, so like when I play Barrel, because he's really good at this matchup, when I play my locals and shit, Arya is really good, but I think Scrot is better. Scrot has just more experience in this game. Arya is really good. It would probably be like number 6, to be honest. Arya is really good, but he was probably an honorable mention, to be honest. Well, I don't know, because Squid would probably be number 6. 5 is either Squid or Scrot, to be honest. Arya is really good, but it's just that like he needs more experience, so to speak. He almost beat Yokai at Climax though. It was 2-1. So, and Arya is really good. He also beat Baffle Jig He beat Bafflejig and Jen at Climax. And Bafflejig sent Squish to lose that combo breaker. So if that should add like perspective on like how good he is.
I don't know, Linde, when I play Hiyari,
He'll just 6-6C me all day. Like that's literally because like I can't do like that move kills up back. He would always like force function and roll a lot of stuff too. And he always would go for like air to air JA against me. That's what he would do against me. In neutral or like rebeat. He does both, to be honest. He did both to me. He would like switch it up though. But it's really like 6-6C would like tag me out of like up back stuff. I think Phonon Gord is 5.5, 4.5. With Vorpal, it makes the matchup better for Gord, but it's just that like once Phonon gets in on Gord, it's pretty bad. Phonon, I feel like Phonon 5A is really good on defense against Gord. 3C is one of like the Gord match is one of the few matches where 3C has utility. I feel because you know 3C could go under force function, stuff like that. I feel like it's Phonon favor. It's not bad. When I play Gord against Phonon, I don't think it's it doesn't feel like impossible though. Because once Gord gets in on Phonon, like he kind of just like fucks Phonon up. Because like Phonon she has a 5 frame though, so like 6-6C shenanigans, like 6-6C 2-A is fake. It doesn't feel that bad. Maybe it's because I play the character, so like the matchup feels easier for me personally. But I don't think it's that hard though. That's just like my take on it though. That's fair. That's fair. Like dash block, like dealing with like Phonon's like fireballs and shit, and just trying to get in can be hard. I feel. How do you motivate yourself to play this dry ass character, bro? The only reason that alright, so like, bro, look, alright, see, she's not dry when I play her though. Let's keep it a buck, bro. Alright, like when I play her, bro, my phone not be moving. Alright, so like, fuck you, Brandon. But I mean, I play this character to help me learn the game. Like, I really don't have any attachment to this character, like, at all. I really don't have an attachment to anyone in this cast, to be honest. Like, the game's just fun. That's really it. Yes, yeah, fuck yeah. That's what I'm saying. You gotta get, like, bro, if you truly want to, but all these other foes, that's crazy, bro. Now, LTP's Phonon has sauce, too, though. Like, let's be honest here. I mean, Mateo's Phonon has the sauce, though. Easily. Does that mean you're about to become another one of the legions of unknown Orby Gord mains? Bro, my Gord is not unknown, bro. What you mean? No, I'm fucking playing. I mean, I won my monthly with Gord, so, like, I might be nice. Like, you feel me? I mean, my Gord is OD. Like, ask Arya, bro. He's seen that shit at Climax. So, like, you already know what's up. But the main reason I played Phonon is to like help me learn the game faster. Oh, bro, man, you being toxic, bro. My local's good, bro. I have Norris and Barrel there, bro. And I got my boy Tommy 2-step over there. I mean, look, Brandon. Alright, next event, bro, you have to see my Gord, actually, bro. Like, it's been in the lab since then. Alright, so, what's up? But yeah, if y'all have any questions, I'm probably gonna have like 5 minutes left before I shut this down, put this on YouTube and shit like that. So just let me know if y'all have any questions regarding, you know, Phonon stuff like that. Just hit me with anything, bro. Some fake Phonon knowledge checks. So, let me see. Let me think. So, 2-2C, not an overhead. Or no, it's an overhead. There's no reason you should block low ever. Alright. Another thing is this right here. So I'm gonna demonstrate this. I was labbing this earlier. So let me pick Phonon real quick. Alright, let me pick Phonon. Then it's 9 o'clock. Whoops. I'm gonna pick Phonon real quick, alright? So I'm gonna demonstrate this. So I'm gonna demonstrate that string, alright? So let me... Oh, that was... Alright, so I'm demonstrating... So this string is super common, right? So this move right here is actually really minus on block. It's really minus. Let me pull up leg spot real quick, because I didn't put it in my notes. But it's really, really minus on block. So, 2-2C... So it's minus 16 on block, right? So the thing is, you could punish the gap between this and the fireball. So hold up, I'm fucking up. So you could punish that. Like you could punish that gap, legit. A lot of characters can punish this. So you can punish that. That's legit not real. Garudine, so her, so this A fireball, if they TK it or like do it like this, so TK A fireball is minus 15. And this is unsafe because you see that front flip animation, that's her recovery on A fireball. So, but you could make this plus because you see how she doesn't do the whole, alright, so look. So you see how she's doing the front flip right there. That's the recovery animation. She can't do anything after. So when she does the fireball like that, it's minus, right? But when I do like with JA fireball, see how the fireball is already out, and I'm already on the ground, and I could move. So the fireball is gonna be really plus. Not. Oh, so the Mateo stuff. So, all right. So I'm gonna go over both. So when you do this, I went over this earlier in the tutorial. If you do this, so if you do over this, you have to have a 5-frame normal to interrupt this. And you could blow it up. You could blow up the mash by doing this like that. But it's kind of unsafe. Like you don't have the frame advantage. It's gonna be like 0 on block or something like that. You see the recovery, like that. You see. So your best bet if you don't have a 6-frame, because Phonon has a 5-frame, but it's a low. So if you don't have like a 5-frame 5A, it's gonna be hard to deal with that string. So your best bet is to like DP through it or just shield the second hit. But this right here, I went over this earlier. So this right here, this string right here, you could do this. So I'm gonna pick Gord, just for reference. Where's Gordo? Alright, so I'm pick Gordo, right? I'm gonna have him do C Grim Reaper on block. Or like as a reversal. So I'm gonna have him do that. So the thing is, you have to be ready for it though. All right, so right there. See that would trade. So that would trade. So let me try 2-2C also. Damn, Gord sucks. By the way, that's fucking crazy. That shit trades. Alright, see, that will work. And the way 2-2C, it's like that you get a full confirm off that. Obviously, you do like dash up 2C, 2-2A, stuff like that. So then I'm going to do the second part, which is the 2-2A into the fireball. So that's a punish right there. And so is this. There's gas between those. So that's a punish. But the thing is, if you don't have a move, a reversal that could like beat those gaps, Eltonum, she could do 4-2-1, the command dash. She could do that under that. You just have to be ready like on defense. I'm pretty sure Linne could like FF roll that shit too. It's really good, but there's a lot of counterplay to it. However, what you don't want to do is veil off. If you veil off that string, you will die. See? So, hold up. So, if you veil off, I don't think you can get a punish though. Yeah, because there's too much recovery on 2-2A. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a safe VO, because there's so much recovery in 2-2A that you really can't get a punish, right? On this, however, like if you VO during this, so yeah, so if you, I mean, if you do like instant fireball after, the VO is gonna win. But if I delay it, that shit will happen, and I get a full confirm off it. Like, congrats, you just lost 4.6 because you bailed off at a shitty spot, you know? But that's basically the way to counter that string. If you don't have like anything to deal with that, you just have to hold that shit, realistically speaking. And it's still plus on shield. So like, if you try to counter poke, you might get fucked. But that's basically like the way to mess with that string. If they do that shit. So anyone have any more questions? Because I'm about to cut the stream soon. If you have like a few more questions, I'll answer them for y'all. If y'all are curious as to like if I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, I will. I'm gonna timestamp this also for y'all. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, no problem. I plan on doing this in a while, just never had like the time to, you know. I feel like this went on longer than like what I intended for this to be. Cause I expect this shit to be like an hour, like 30 minutes, like max. But I kind of like went off the deep end and like went into detail, which isn't bad, you know. Sometimes you gotta do that shit. It happens. And I would rather have like an in-depth tutorial than have a tutorial that's like lacking and stuff. My YouTube is just silent. I'm gonna link it in here. Shit. Drop a sub on there and on here, bro. What's up? Fuck with me. Let me share this shit. So I'm just link a video or some shit of mine, and you just sub to that channel. So you're like, this is my YouTube right here. So if y'all don't have any questions, I'm probably gonna cut the stream. If you want, you know, if you're new to the stream, drop a follow. Drop a sub if you want. Let me fucking do this. Alright, yeah, so drop a sub if you want to. You get access to like this emote of Motoko fried as hell. You'll get access to that emote. I really want to get 15 subs so I could get another emote, to be honest. I mean, it's up to y'all. Like, it's not required. If you don't, it's cool. I'm not gonna be toxic and be like, bro, fuck you for not subbing. Like, I'm better than that, you know. If you feeling like you want to make a bad decision or some shit with your money, you can fuck around and drop a donation if you want. You know, they go to bettering the stream, you know, me getting better equipment. And it helps me like go to like majors and stuff like that to go to more events. So if you want to see me wake up 66 be your favorite player, should drop a sub, donate, follow, drop some support. I don't know, bro. For the culture, bro. Get this man, yeah, get me off PS4, bro, please. That's the main reason, bro. Cause, bro, this PS4 stream is the struggle, bro. Y'all don't understand, bro. I gotta deal with fucking people rage quitting and fucking people doing force function in 6B on PS4, bro. Like, look, PS4 3 frames is like a PC 6 frame, bro. On God. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, bro, they do not be playing, bro. It's the fucking lawless land, bro. And people be ducking like crazy, bro. You got people like Ultimate Weapon 9000 dodging everyone, bro. Shit's crazy as fuck. You feel me? So, besides that, you know, bro, look, man, if I was to, actually, no, I can't say that shit's fucked up. Actually, no, I'll say that shit. So, like, if I saw my homies drowning and I had a chance to get PC Uni, catch me at my homie's funeral, bro. On God, no, I'm fucking playing. I was hacked, bro. That's facts, bro? Yeah, all facts, bro. You right. No, you still get A-frames and even worse yet? You right. I mean, look, cause like, look, I have to trade off. All right, so look, Sunny impacted Lord of Netplay. That's crazy. So yeah, bro, I have to trade off like the laggy PS4 fucks for like fucking Sunny Impact. Who was that fucking who's that one Batista player? The fucking D-Verman, whatever the fuck. I know they be pulling the plug on the daily. Who else be on that bitch? Fucking yeah, V-Ling. That I know they be off the rage quit, bro. On God. I mean, bro, one day, like, bro, if he does me again, I'm gonna call him out on Twitter, bro. But like, bro, like, you gotta see me, bro. Cause like there be times where like fucking I'm on PS4 Netplay, and like, bro, and I'm like, bro, you gotta see me, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm the only one, bro. You gotta play me, bro. Like, cause if you ever go to an offline event and I'm there and you see me, like, shit, bro, you can't duck people offline, bro. So like, if you want to get better, bro, you gotta play them, bro. Like, net players be having that ego, bro. Shit's crazy, man. This shit is weird, but I mean, look, bro, whatever y'all want to do. That's why they don't go. Shit, that's actually facts. That's actually why they don't go. Net play is a safe space. That's crazy. Alright, so I think that's it for tonight. So, you know, like I said earlier, you should drop a follow for the stream. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter, both Silent Hooper. You know, you don't have to, it's not required, but always appreciate it. Drop a sub. You get access to the sacred Multico emote. This shout out to Cho, by the way. And if you want to, you know, drop a donation, bro. More than likely, any donations going towards the PC fund. So, or if you want, bro, that's going to my Taco Bell. Not fucking playing. But yeah, it's mainly for like just the fun for like better stream stuff or for like events and all that stuff. So, if you want, just drop a donation. If you don't, it's all good. I'm not tripping about it. besides that, y'all take it easy. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, so it should be up. All donations go to Gordon Knight 3 on God, bro. But besides that, I'm gonna put this on YouTube, so I'll let y'all know. Thanks for donating, bro. I appreciate it. Besides that, this is gonna be on YouTube, probably today or tomorrow. I'll make a tweet about it, so I'm gonna timestamp and everything. So y'all take it easy. Good night.